And we are indeed back as always here tonight. Our New York Knicks are indeed in action, taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers in Cleveland, Ohio. So let's go ahead and start the show. That is right. We are indeed back again, back like we never left. We, here tonight, get the joyous opportunity of watching our New York Knicks back in action. Yes, the Knicks will be taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Both of these teams have been surging towards the end of the season here. The New York Knicks, 13-2 over the course of their last 15 games. The Cavs, something around that as well. Obviously, I don't pay as close attention to the Cleveland Cavaliers, but since the James Harden, they have been playing extremely, not just good basketball, but extremely good basketball. And of course, we'll go over it, led by the introduction of James Harden to that lineup. The trade of Darius Garland needed to happen. We'll go over all of it, of course. But a big deal. Changing up essentially the I don't want to say the identity of that team, but definitely inputting a completely different factor with James Harden just in terms of his demeanor, the way he plays, his play style, and everything that comes along with James Harden is going to fundamentally change that team. And it has kind of changed that team a little bit. As similar in play style as he is to Darius Garland in terms of being a pick and roll point guard, it has changed that team pretty dramatically. And of course, we'll go over it. Every time you make a seismic deal to your roster like that, it's always going to change. But we'll go over it when we get to the Cleveland Cavaliers because we will start where we always start, and that is with the captain, Jalen Brunson. As always, Jalen Brunson is the constant of this team, the number one guy on this team. We talk about him all the time. We don't even really have to go over the stats anymore because we know who he is. We know what he does, right? O-Dog, what's up, O-Dog? Trapped in the 90s. What's up, Trapped in the 90s? We know what he does. There's really nothing to go over when it comes to Jalen Brunson in particular. I mean, at this point of the season, we do games every night. There really is no too much going over the stars of the team as opposed to, like, are they playing well? Are they coming off to a poor performance? And Jalen Brunson has been coming off a couple of really nice performances. Nothing great, nothing spectacular. Just really nice, really solid. He's the steadying force of the team. Usually comes out and gives you, and you know exactly what he's going to give you. And so it allows guys like Mikal Bridges, OJ Anunoby, Karl-Anthony Towns, even a guy like Josh Hart or Landry Shamet to come in as role guys to step up and give them a little bit something more because you don't know what you're going to get from most of those guys on a night-to-night basis. Although I will say this next guy, Karl-Anthony Towns, has been giving us a little bit more consistency as of late. And ooh, guess what? The tides are turning for Karl-Anthony Towns. We are moving up. As a matter of fact, after tonight, the next time we get to cover our New York Knicks here, I will be updating the percentages here and the stats here for Karl-Anthony Towns because he's finally been hooping. He's finally been hooping again. Now, he has been hooping all season long, aside from like a really bad stretch or two here and there. But all year, I do think he's had a better overall season than he did last year. Obviously, the counting stats don't reflect that, but the advanced stats do reflect that. It has been a push and pull with Karl-Anthony Towns all season long. The offensive fouls have been ridiculous, But with the shooting starting to come around, he hit, I think he had 5 threes the other night against Chicago. He had 3 threes the night before that against Houston. He was 3 for 3 from three-point range. So the three-point shooting is starting to come around. And if it does, if this continues here tonight as well, watch out. Watch out, right? We've been talking about it all season. When Karl-Anthony Towns three-point shooting comes around, it will be dangerous for everybody. Lionel Moniz, what's up, Lionel? I'd rather follow your stream than watch the State of the Union. Jason, what's up, Jason? Cat hooping like we need him to now? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. The Fleas, what's up, Fleas? Kiana Bryan, what's up, Kiana? Ozahar, what's up, Ozahar, as always. Ernest Cash, appreciate you. Daryl Grant, what's up, Daryl? Does Chevy Sr. have a channel? No. It is just me. Almighty Alpha, what's up, Almighty Alpha? Susan, of course. What's up, Susan? One of the guys who has been very inconsistent this year, both, I don't want to say offensively and defensively. He's usually excellent defensively, but he's had a stinker every now and again for the New York Knicks, and that is OG Anunoby. He is the defensive maestro of this team. He is the guy that gets things going defensively for the Knicks. He is the guy, he is the glue, especially defensively, that holds this team together. Without him, Tammy, what's up, Tammy? Happy to see you as always, Tammy. Without OG Anunoby, they have really to rely on defense. They have very few options to rely on defensively without OG. With him, he can absolutely just kind of blow up and muck up all kinds of offensive possessions for the opposite team. But the thing with OG Anunoby is that it's not just that he's a fantastic and game-changing defensive player, is that he is also supposed to be a two-way guy. He's supposed to also give us offensive production. And too many times this season, he's had like a 3 or 4 or 5 game stretch where it's like, oh, there's that OG Anunoby. There's that all-star potential we all know he has. And then there's games like he had against Chicago where it's like, or maybe not so much Chicago because he was pretty good in Chicago, but the game against Detroit where it was like, and it was his first game back from injury. But there are those games because it's not just that game. There are also games before. Amy Mature, what's up, Amy? Elvin Villamore, Reddy, what's up, Reddy? Thoughts on the Kawhi news? No real Kawhi news yet, just rumors. We will see if there's legit news to cover with Kawhi. If you guys didn't know, it is rumored that the NBA is considering. See, I don't want to call it news because it's the NBA. A rumor came out. Maybe it was a report. Maybe I'm exaggerating on the rumor aspect of it, but the league is considering voiding Kawhi Leonard's contract, which would make him an unrestricted free agent. If they do that, I highly doubt it'll be anytime soon during the regular season here, and it would be an off-season thing that the league enforces. So we'll cover that if it does happen at any point, but obviously, as of right now, still just a rumor. Still just a rumor, in my opinion. Twilson, what's up, Twilson? OG just needs a little more consistency. The three-point shooting has, I kind of want to phrase it as fallen off a cliff. Still shooting around 35, 36%. It's actually lower than this. Like I said, after this game, I will go and fully update it after the week that we've had since the All-Star break. But the three-point shooting is just not at the level, especially consistency-wise, it's just not at the level that it needs to be. He's getting really solid open looks, and he's just not consistently knocking them down right now. Which sucks because the other guy who's getting really solid, quality, open looks and just not knocking them down right now is Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges continues to be really solid defensively and also continues to be a really important part of this team in terms of his motor, his ability to continuously run the court and create open looks for other guys like Anunoby, like Bridges, like Hart, like Landry Shamet. They all benefit from the ability Mikal Bridges brings of running the court, going to the rim, being a threat, running to the corners for spray outs, of forcing defenses to pay attention to him and have him in their peripheral. So other guys can flash to other sides of the court or get lanes to the rim to drive it down. But he's just not knocking it. And again, we'll update it. 39% is not what he's shooting right now from three-point range. We'll update it. But he's just not consistently bringing it right now post-All-Star break, and we need him to consistently bring it. It's crazy because there is this running rumor that there's this running theory, I should say, with Knicks fans, mostly in jest. Mostly it is a joke, a meme, if you will, that Mikal Bridges just plays better with OG Anunoby's not on the court. And for whatever reason, there's a lot of stats to sort of back up that notion. But either way, you're not doing anything without Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns all playing to the level that they need and can play to. Right? Now, this is regular season approaching the end here. We're in the final quarter stretch, so maybe they're just kind of pacing themselves for the final 20, 15, 10-game stretch to kind of fight for seeding at that point. Either way, you need more consistency from Mikal Bridges, and we just haven't gotten it all season long. It's been like OG Anunoby, it's been a 2 or 3 week stretch where like, yeah, here's Mikal Bridges. This is the guy we traded all those picks for. And then it's been a 2 or 3 week stretch where it's like, I might put Landry Shamet in the starting lineup over Mikal Bridges at this point. I don't know, right? And you just can't have large swings like that throughout the season because it's really difficult to really evaluate where things are. Daryl Grant, what's up, Daryl, brother? Appreciate you again. Appreciate you, Daryl. Corey Thornton, what's up, Corey? Let's do it. Let's do it. Josh Hart. What more can be said about Josh Hart that we haven't already talked about all season long? We know the deficiency of Josh Hart. We know the things he brings to the organization and the team that are awesome and great and beloved. It makes me want him to retire as a New York Knick. But man, I phrased this the other day in the, was it the Detroit game? Yeah, it was the Detroit game because we played Detroit, then we played Chicago. Now we have Cleveland coming out of the All-Star break. But oh no, we also had the Houston game. So it was the Houston game. That's what it was. It was the Houston game. Josh Hart was miserable in that game. Not just because he was performing poorly, but because the Houston Rockets employ a game plan that great teams employ against Josh Hart. We've seen the Celtics do it. We've seen the Pistons do it. We've seen really good, really well-coached, really smart, high-level teams employ the same exact strategy against Josh Hart that just kind of neutralizes all the good things he brings to a team. And in those situations, it would make sense, even though he is a starter, to limit his playing time to around 20 to 25 minutes and go with more spacing and more shooting on the court. Go to more five-man lineups of shooters, five-shooter lineups. When you have the level of center that Karl-Anthony Towns is that can shoot the three the way he can, that generates all the spacing in the world that Karl-Anthony Towns generates because guys have to play so close to him because they usually put a wing on him, and that's how you negate the impact of Josh Hart. Is you put a center on Josh Hart and you put the wing on Karl-Anthony Towns. If the wing has to stick to Karl-Anthony Towns like glue because at the end of the day Towns can catch and shoot over the guy, then that would mean that there are wide open lanes going to the basket. But the reason why it's not that case when Josh Hart's in the game in these scenarios is because the center does not guard Josh Hart. This is what's called as ghost coverage in the NBA, where the center is guarding Josh Hart. Josh Hart is their matchup, but the center does not effectively guard him and just kind of stands in and out of the paint, protecting the rim, therefore clogging up the paint and taking away any driving lanes. Then you're negating the spacing that Karl-Anthony Towns provides because now Brunson has two defenders to defend with when he goes into the paint. Same with Bridges, same with Anunoby, same with Josh Hart, who does not and is reluctant to shoot the three, despite the fact that this is a career-high three-point shooting percentage season from Josh Hart, 40% from three-point range. So at a certain point, if the volume is not there, the percentage no longer matters no matter how high it is. He could be shooting 50% from three-point range, but if he's only taking one or two a game, it no longer is that level of benefit to the team. And so there are two solutions to this. Josh Hart, shoot it more. I will take 36% on higher volume than 40% on lower volume. Or you limit the minutes of Josh Hart in these matchups. There are other matchups where Josh Hart is super effective and very much needed. And I'm not saying completely take him out of the rotation. I'm just saying limit the minutes and be smarter in the rotations in which and the configuration of players that he's out there with, right? That's all I'm asking for, is to just be smarter with the usage of Josh Hart because boy, oh boy, is he super valuable. Just not in the instances in which he's not shooting the three and they have a center guarding him. Right? That's it. That's it. Outside of that, love everything Josh Hart brings. We know what he brings. He's a walking tree. He's the Knicks' resident triple-double threat. So, Raymond, what's up, Raymond? Another day, another game. Tell him about it. Yes, sir, Raymond. Yes, sir. We don't take days off. Well, technically, we try to because everybody needs a good day off. But 6 out of the 7 days, not too bad, not too bad. And if it does call for it, if there are good enough games, you might get me out on that 7th day. Who knows? Who knows? Miss Mar, what's up, Miss Mar? Any work to join this party? Appreciate you, Miss Mar. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Go ahead, get home, get relaxed, because we should have a good basketball game in our hands here. Chris Rowe, defense, defense, defense. Yes, yes, yes. And there's a guy defensively that a lot of people have been clamoring for who I'm just not too sure should continue to be a part of this rotation. But we'll get to him. We'll get to him because right now we got to get to Mitchell Robinson. And we all know how important Mitchell Robinson is to this team, but more importantly, I think we all know how important Mitchell Robinson is in this specific matchup. Today, we're taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I think it was, 2 years ago? 2.5 years ago? Something like that? Two playoffs ago, when the Knicks matched up with the Cleveland Cavaliers was it the 4-5? I don't think it was the 4-5. I forget what the seeding was. 6-3? Was it the 6-3? Either way, Most people picked the Cleveland Cavaliers to beat the Knicks in that series. And then suddenly, at the end of that series, the Knicks were standing tall. And Mitchell Robinson had Jared Allen crying to the media, saying that the lights were just a little too bright. And honestly, not much has seemingly changed since then. Even this season, on the Christmas Day comeback that the New York Knicks had against this very Cleveland Cavaliers team, Mitchell Robinson was hugely impactful in leading the charge for that fourth quarter comeback, down 16, making the comeback on Christmas Day against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, it may be a little overstated about how much Mitchell Robinson dominates the series, has dominated this team, but every single time it plays, it feels like Mitchell Robinson is kind of just dominating the boards, whether Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are both in the game or one of them in the game, neither in the game, it does not matter. Neither of those guys can seemingly keep Mitchell Robinson off the glass. Maybe that'll change here tonight. Maybe they have a different game plan to gonna attack it with. Maybe the introduction of James Harden will change that a little bit. Who knows? Because they're getting shots from different areas on the court. Who knows? Who knows how it'll play out? Only future us know. This is why we watch the games. But Mitchell Robinson has historically dominated this matchup. I don't really expect it to change here tonight. Bruce Fowler, what's up, Bruce? J3, what's up, Jay? George, what's up, George? Let's get it. Let's get it. Foongpei, what's up, Foongpei? We get to Deuce McBride. Not much to say about Deuce McBride. No updates yet on Big Deuce. He is hopefully going to come back for the last couple of games of the regular season. So that is about a month away. Hopefully he's ready to go in about 3 weeks or so, right? Landry Shamet has done a phenomenal job of stepping in the absence of Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride is super important to this team, not just because of the three-point percentage, but similar conversation that what we had about Josh Hart, that volume that Deuce McBride provide along with the high three-point percentage is exactly what you need. And Landry Shamet is no different. Now, he doesn't do it in the same ways that Deuce McBride does. Deuce McBride can just shoot any contested three he wants because of that high release point. Not any, but you know what I mean. It does not matter whether you are close to him, closing out to him, whether he has space off the dribble, off of movement. It does not matter. Deuce McBride is rising up, letting that thing fly. His high vertical, his high release point allows him to shoot contested threes over well contested from larger defenders. Landry Shamet isn't necessarily that, but he is a much better off-ball mover as well and movement shooter as well. So he provides that aspect to the Knicks. He's also a very good point of attack defender, which was also Deuce McBride's role as well. Landry Shamet has been invaluable to this team. And on nights where Mikal Bridges doesn't have it, it's kind of been a luxury to be like, okay, we'll go with Landry Shamet tonight, and we'll get, a good enough approximation of what we expected from Mikal Bridges. So it's been great. Franco, what's up, Franco? Gonna do a live pick 5 minutes into the game? Go ahead, brother. You do you. Original man. What's up, original man? Bruce Fowler said, we got our first look at Spider and the beard. We did. I mean, this channel has. We've watched just one. Was it just one? Yeah, we watched just one of Donovan Mitchell and James Harden together. It wasn't the greatest first game to watch because they took on the Thunder and were down 23 points in the first quarter. But it was also nice to see how they were able to bounce back and whatnot. And so here tonight we get to see how they match up with the Knicks and if the introduction of James Harden changes the way these two teams match up and what they look like. We get to Jose Alvarado, a huge trade deadline acquisition for the New York Knicks. After the news of Deuce McBride going down, it was incredibly important that the Knicks find some level of replacement in that role for Deuce. And enter Jose Alvarado, who has been the perfect acquisition. Maybe not perfect, but he has been a phenomenal acquisition for this team. Exactly what they needed. Another point of attack defender, a solid enough three-point shooter, a guy who can make plays both offensively and defensively, another ball handler to take a lot of the pressure off of Jalen Brunson having to bring the ball down the court. And we've already seen a lot of that because Alvarado and Jalen Brunson, with how big Alvarado can make himself play, despite the fact that he's only 6 feet tall, he's able to play alongside Jalen Brunson in the backcourt with his good hands, with his ball pressure, with his ability to come up with steals. They don't call him Grand Theft Alvarado for no reason. Jose Alvarado has been phenomenal for this team. He's been a perfect intersection for what we're losing in Deuce McBride and what Jose Alvarado can bring. John Rambino, what's up, John? Bounce back Cavs. They do need a bounce back win. And they're battling for the 3 seed here. So this game takes on a huge level of importance here. J3 said, Chevy is so good. Appreciate you. Glad to see how this channel had grown. Keep it up, brother. Appreciate you, Jay. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that. We do have our Jeremy Sochan graphic. I forgot we had a Jeremy Sochan graphic created for the San Antonio Spurs. When we did the Spurs games the other day, I was like, oh, I forgot we have a Sochan graphic. So I just go ahead, obviously stole that from the Spurs page and threw it over here for our New York Knicks coverage. Jeremy Sochan, we can ignore the counting stats this season. As a matter of fact, I should probably just put last season's counting stats on here. Mostly because he didn't really get an opportunity to play with the Spurs this year. But that is in large part because he just has not continued to develop his game in the ways that will allow him to be an NBA level player, a high functioning level NBA player. I know a lot of people like Jeremy Sochan for his defensive versatility at 6'8". He's a defensive wing. I know some of the numbers really like him, and that's great. But on the court, his defense is not good enough to justify how bad of an offensive player he is. He just doesn't really have any functional NBA skills at a high level to justify him being on the court on that side of the ball. And it's just not a good enough trade-off value, no matter what he can personally bring defensively this season, because it's just, his defense is fine. His defense is solid. I'm not saying he's a bad defender or the numbers are deceiving us in any way. It's nothing game-changing, is my point. The only way it could be game-changing is if they use Jeremy Sochan as a small ball 5. But obviously, that could only be utilized in certain scenarios, right? Like, I'm not using Jeremy Sochan in a small ball 5 against, well, maybe I'd do it in a Evan Mobley scenario where if Mobley's playing a 5 position, maybe I could put Sochan on him and not have to worry too much and then really spread the court out. But at that point, why not just have Robinson in the game, who's a better defender, who is a better rebounder, and is also bringing the same level of offensive ingenuity that Jeremy Sochan is. Sochan cannot shoot the perimeter shot. He is not a creator with the ball in his hands. He's a good intuitive cutter, but if he's playing the center spot, how much is that helping? Maybe him in the dunker spot, maybe it does help. But we're not seeing him in that role. We're more so seeing him come into the game as a wing, playing alongside other centers like Hug Porty we saw the other night against Chicago. Like Mitchell Robinson, even like a Karl Anthony Towns. And at that point, I don't know if that's gonna work. Maybe him with Towns and obviously 3 other shooters around him. Him as the only non-shooter is there. But at that point, I just like Josh Hart in that role more, right? So he just seems redundant and not as good as the other options that the Knicks have for the scenarios in which he'd be most useful to the team, right? If they didn't have a Mitchell Robinson, I'd be like, oh, Jeremy Sochan might be a nice, solid backup 5. If they didn't have a Josh Hart, I'd be like, oh, he's a good energy, do-it-all type of wing. But the problem is that they have better versions of him on the team. And so I don't really see the value of him in the rotation, where you have a better version of him in Josh Hart, or you have a better version of him as the wing in Josh Hart, who also has his limitations as a shooter. And you have a better version of him at the center spot as a small ball 5 in Mitchell Robinson, who's just as versatile defensively as Jeremy Sochan. And maybe Sochan is a better switch defender, like he can get out and guard guards better than Mitchell Robinson again, but I'd still prefer all the things that Mitchell Robinson brings, especially with the offensive rebound, than Sochan. And so you just he's getting his opportunity. Mike Brown said, I'm going to give him an opportunity. He is. And the Fleas with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, brother. The captain of the like brigade. Yes, sir. He said, tap that like button. Let's go, Knicks. Appreciate you, the Fleas. Appreciate you. I just don't know what Sochan brings to this team that they didn't already have options for, right? In terms of like a switchable wing, okay, here's Josh Hart. That's not even to mention Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, who are just fundamentally, obviously better players because they could actually have offensive capabilities. But, small ball 5, all right, I prefer Robinson in that role, rather than going to small ball 5. Maybe, like I said, maybe in certain situational areas or times in a basketball game, you can go to Sochan, but he doesn't provide you the things that this team desperately needed. And that is spacing and offensive capability, ball handling. That's what Alvarado brings. Isaiah Gardner said, Sochan is good for size, especially against the Pistons. If we need defense, he had 2 stops on Cade. Great, he had 2 stops on Cade. The Knicks could not score on the other end of the court. Stops don't really matter if you can't get the score on the other side. And scores don't really matter if you can't get the stops on the other side. That is the relationship between offense and defense in the NBA. But if you go back and you watch those fourth quarters, yeah, he had 2 stops on Cade Cunningham and went off for 42 points. It's not like he put a stop to Cade Cunningham come the fourth quarter. He defended him extremely well. Not extremely well. He defended him well, made it difficult for him. Of course, Cade was already rolling, so that, was difficult for him. But, yeah, he got 2 stops on him. He also got crossed over as Cade knocked down a step-back 3 on him, And also, the Knicks really struggled offensively. They essentially were put in a position where Jalen Brunson had to put the Superman cape on early in that fourth quarter because they couldn't generate open looks because they had Jeremy Sochan out there clogging up the paint offensively. So what is the relationship? Like I said, Josh Hart is a better option. Mitchell Robinson is a better option. I don't know where he slots in on this team right now. I assume he'll continue to get opportunities, maybe also here tonight. But the other thing is that they also have another guy in Mo Diawara who's just fundamentally a better fit on the team and has been better this season as a basketball player who can knock down a 3, has really intuitive passing instincts, and has been solid defensively himself. He's not been great. He's still rookie. He still makes tough rookie mistakes. But he's been so good for this Knicks team. I missed him immensely in that Chicago game as Sochan has effectively kind of taken his spot in the rotation because this is exactly what Mike Brown said. I'm going to see what Sochan has. And honestly, was not impressed. Now he's going to continue to get opportunities, and I think he should. This is what the regular season is for. Experiment a little bit here. But I don't know what he brings that we don't already have, right? Isaiah Gardner said, certain matchups, if we need them for limited minutes, but I do agree Diawara should be getting a lot of minutes. Yeah, I agree, Isaiah Gardner, in terms of, the situation, right? If there's a situational moment, like maybe against Cade Cunningham, who's starting to get it going, and maybe Anunoby picks up 2 quick fouls in a playoff series or something like that. Like, maybe you could throw Sochan out there and be like, all right, but then you have to, I expect, and what they should do is also change the rotations around to have 4 other shooters accompany Sochan on the court, rather than either have him out there with Hart or have him out there with Robinson, because you can't do that. You can't have 2 non-shooters on this team. It becomes too difficult for the Knicks to score with the way they run their offense, right? Their offense is all about space and pace and spraying it out to three-point shooters. If you have 2 non-three-point shooters on this team, your offense stops working. So in certain situations, yeah, it's nice to have Jeremy Sochan. But again, I don't think in terms of being a regular part of the rotation that it's there for Sochan right now. But give him an opportunity, right? Just give him the opportunity. I agree with this. I agree with giving him the opportunity here in the regular season. That's what the regular season is for. Experimenting. Maybe he shows something that I'm just not seeing yet. Maybe he has to get accustomed to the offense. Who knows? Maybe Mike Brown has to get accustomed with the changing up the rotations a little bit to make it work for him when he's out there. Who knows? But I've not been impressed with what I've seen from Sochan, and it very much, is exactly the reasons why he stopped getting playing time in San Antonio. He just doesn't fit in a league that is really important to have ball handling and three-point shooting. Lewis, what's up, Lewis? Rog D guy, what's up, Rog? Bum Reggie Miller, he sucks. I only have the TV on. It's on very low volume for challenges when I need to hear what the call is or anything like that. So I'm obviously commentating over the game, so I'm not going to be listening to Reggie Miller. I advise you to not to either. Isaiah Garner said, I do not know Sochan was that bad on offense watching him play against the Rockets. He just doesn't, he's not a shooter. He's an iffy ball handler. He's a good finisher around the rim. It's just getting him the ball when he's around the rim, is difficult, especially when he's with other non-shooters and the paint becomes clogged. Anthony G&T, what's up, Anthony? Susan saying Reggie Miller's sister actually plays better than him. Yes. She very much does. Shout out Cheryl Miller. Anthony G&T, what's up, brother? Garner said, Sochan three-point shot is terrible. How did Pro get drafted that bad offensively? It was the promise of really good defensive versatility and maybe developing as an offensive player in the league. The issue is that he's 22 in year 4 and has not developed, the offensive skills that an NBA-level player needs to develop, right? John Brennan, what's up, John? J3 said, if you watch an MSG, you can hear Breen and the dentist. That's true. It is because it's a streaming-only game. It's only on Peacock, unfortunately. We talked about this the other day. We did a Peacock game. No NBC broadcast. Terrible. Oh, did I miss George Jones? My guy George Jones. What's up, George Jones? Bruce Fowler said, it's either Reggie Miller or Richard Jefferson. It's funny how the networks place those two to do Knicks games. Absolutely. They know it's because it angst the world's largest market. Yep. It gets people talking about it. It gets people tweeting about it. It gets people tweeting about the game because they have to talk about how terrible the commentary team is. They know what they're doing. Jordan Clarkson has been removed from rotation, especially with the introduction of Jose Alvarado. We will likely not see Jordan Clarkson outside of blowout games ever stood up for the New York Knicks ever again. Shout out Jordan Clarkson. He was very good for us in the regular season. He helped us win the Christmas Day game. He had 25 points. He helped us win the NBA Cup game. He was phenomenal in that game against the Spurs. Shout out to Jordan Clarkson, but the Knicks are seemingly and unfortunately, rightfully so, moving on from his playing time here. I like Jordan Clarkson. Maybe he remains a part of the organization as like just a vibes guy. But, he's 33 years old, going on 34 soon. Time has passed him by in the NBA. His time in the league seems to have been winding down for a while now. Now on a legit contending team, clearly time has passed him by in terms of being a regular rotation player. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? Darnell, what's up, Darnell? Jerry Garner said, Pistons got OKC next game. Time for them to get spanked again. They got way too many shooters. Yeah, we will see that matchup. We will be covering that matchup tomorrow for sure. We'll go around the league as well. There's only one of the games tipped off, actually. One of the games tipped off, the 76ers taking on the Pacers here, has already tipped off 38 first quarter points by the Pacers. And we'll also go over tomorrow's schedule and see what we're covering. Just that's it. Donovan Mitchell has made the playoffs every year of his career, but never made it to the second round, or never made it past the second round, you should say, right? I'm pretty sure he's made it to the second round, hasn't he? Right? He's had to. I'm pretty sure he has. S2 Mar, what's up, S2 Mar? Joel Palin, what's up, Joel? Rogdy, guys, so let's get those likes. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. If you guys are enjoying the show, remember to hit the thumbs up button. Very much helps. Very much appreciated. And like Jordan Clarkson, Tyler Kolek is also back on the bench in a break glass in case of emergency type of player. He should be in the same situation as Jeremy Sochan will be. He's in the same situation as Hawk Porty is in, where if one of the guys is out for either injury management or rest or would unfortunately suffer an injury, Tyler Kolek is the kind of guy to step in and fill in that role. But as of right now, not a part of the regular rotation. Raven said the Spurs banked the Pistons. That was a weird game. Jalen Brunson is up again, unfortunately. Where are my Cavs? Where are my Cavs list? Bum, 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 bum. They are all the way down here. Or did I put them in again? I did two Knicks lineups instead of the proper... Because we're getting ready for tip-off, so we're not even going to have enough time to go over the Cavs here. Even a part of me messing this up, but can we do this? Uh-oh. Now I got to go all the way around? Got to go all the way around the horn here? Shame it. Alvarado, Sochan, Clarkson, Kolek, and Donovan Mitchell. All right, here we go. Let's run through it real quick. We're literally about to get ready for tip-off here. Donovan Mitchell is the star of the show. He is the best player on the team. Now that they effectively traded the former face of the franchise before Mitchell's arrival, he is just flat out the face of the franchise. It's him. It's technically Evan Mobley, but Evan Mobley has not taken the kind of leaps that they need him to take. So it's really just Donovan Mitchell leading the way as the number one guy on the team. We know what he's capable of. He's great. He's dynamic. He's been the guy holding the Cavs' heads above water while they've dealt with injuries to the other three guys on the team. Previously, Darius Garland, also Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. All three of them have been in and out of the lineup this season. They have really struggled to get healthy. That's also including the fact that Max Strus has yet to play a game this season. But their role guys like Sam Merrill have been in and out of the lineup all season long. And Donovan Mitchell has done a phenomenal job of holding their heads above water. And now that they're finally healthy, the Cavs have gone back on a roll. And that's how they get to the spot now where they're competing with the Knicks for the 3 seed. Bruce said, despite the record, we should beat this team. The Knicks should. They should. But both teams playing very well right now, so we'll see how it goes. Suns Jen, what's up, Suns Jen? Joseph Taylor, what's up, Joseph? Ricardo Brothwhite, what's up, Ricardo? Evan Mobley has kind of disappointed this year in terms of not really taking a leap up. As a matter of fact, maybe even a little step back in his development this year. Now he has been in and out of the lineup with injuries here and there. They just flat out need him to be better. He is really disappointed this season overall, and they need him to be better. They just need him to be better. Point blank period. There's no excuses, no way of talking around it. They just need him to be better. And we'll see if he's going to be able to get back on track here today against the Knicks. But 17.7 points per game, not great. 8.8 rebounds, has slowly been ticking up as the season went on. Was hovering around 7 for a while, which was not good. But the three-point shooting has regressed this season for him, down to 30% from three-point range when he was up to around 36, 37% last year. Actually became a respectable three-point shooter. This year has not been that case. Marlon, what's up, Marlon? Let's go Knicks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Young on, what's up, Young? James Harden is the newest acquisition and the guy we should talk about most years. They go over the starting lineups. James Harden, 25 a game, 5 boards, 8.2 assists, obviously coming over from the LA Clippers. He's going to have a little bit of a different role here with the Cleveland Cavaliers, sharing ball handling duties in the backcourt with Donovan Mitchell, whereas before with the Clippers, he was just straight up the lone ball handler on that team. Obviously, Kawhi also commandeers the ball a large amount of time, but he was the point guard and Kawhi was the wing. Here in Cleveland, they essentially have 2 point guards between Mitchell and Harden, and how are they going to navigate that? So far, they've navigated it very well. But now that the competition is going to start picking up a little bit, they lost to the Thunder, even though the Thunder were missing a ton of players out of the rotation. Now they're playing a mostly healthy Knicks team here. The only guy they're missing is Deuce McBride, who is an important part of this team, but they are missing Deuce McBride today. We're going to see the dynamic between Harden and Mitchell continue to develop here. That is the most fascinating story for the Cavs towards the end of the season here. It's going to be interesting to see how they match up and how they end up building chemistry together and what their offense will look like from here on out. Muhammad, what's up, Mo? Knicks winning tonight? They need to. They need to. Mark said, this is worse pregame than ESPN. Start the game, Peacock. Yeah, we are at 7:42, and we got yet another commercial break after the introduction of the starters. So, you know what, though, Mark? It's given me an opportunity to continue to talk about these two teams as I probably spent too much time talking about the Knicks. But now we get to Jared Allen, and I don't want to talk too much about Jared Allen. I will say he has been playing excellent basketball as of late, but he goes up against one of his demons in Mitchell Robinson tonight. Now, Mitch is not in the starting lineup, so we'll see. But he has historically really struggled in that matchup. We'll see how they play today. He has been excellent the last couple of games, specifically since the Harden trade. And I've talked about this previously. Jared Allen was really struggling this year because Darius Garland was not to the level that he usually is, and Jared Allen is a play finisher. He's a really solid roller to the rim, and without a pick-and-roll point guard, he really struggled this year to get anything going. And now that they have a pick-and-roll point guard in Harden available, it is no shocker that he has started to pick up his game. All right, looks like we're getting ready to start it. But we can talk about Keon Ellis, and Dennis Schroeder, the other two acquisitions. But here we go, getting ready for the tip-off. The Knicks win the tip, and here we go. Beautiful, perfect, on our way. And there was a whistle blown immediately to stop the play. Okay. That's how you love to start a basketball game. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Allen had some big games also. He's had some very big games as of late. He's playing very well. There we go. Towns hands it off to Anunoby. Gets it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it up top, being guarded by Jared Allen. They put the center on him. See how the Knicks navigate this. We talked about it in the pregame. Get it over to Brunson. Pump fake. Gets caught in the mid-range. Kicks it out to Josh Hart. Hesitates on the three and almost banks it in. Just shoot the three, big Josh. Just shoot the three. Dean Wade puts up the right wing three in transition. Can't get it to go. Gets his own offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Comes up well short. Josh Hart chases down the rebound. Gets tripped up by Jared Allen. And it'll be a foul on Jared Allen. And I will say, terrible jerseys, terrible court for the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. They're going with their orange creamsicle type of vibe court here. They have their City Edition court going. Terrible all around. This is terrible jerseys for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They look hideous out there. They get over to Brunson. Brunson over to Bridges. Bridges driving it to his right off the Josh Hart screen. They get over to Towns. Towns takes the baseline. A lot of contact, but gets it over to Josh Hart. And Josh Hart knocks down the floater to the middle of the lane. There you go, big Josh. There you go. Way to make up for the terrible three to start the game. Harden gets it over to Allen. Allen back to Harden. Harden dancing with it, coming to his left, snaking it back to his right hand, down the lane, gets in the paint, kicks it out. They swing it around, extra pass to Mobley. Mobley, a left corner three. They'll live with that. He does knock it down, making the Knicks pay. But the Knicks, I think, will live with Evan Mobley, 30% three-point shooter this year, settling for corner threes. Brunson bringing it down the other way. He has it up top. Same way the Cavs will live with Josh Hart shooting threes. They get it over to Anunoby, being guarded by Harden. Anunoby coming to his left in the lane, leaves it off for Bridges. Bridges in the paint, fall away mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Mikal Bridges has been awful knocking down shots these last couple of games. Harden putting his head down, Euro stepping down the lane, kicks it out to a wide open Donovan Mitchell right corner three, and he gets it to go down. First two shots for the Cavs end up being open three-pointers, one from Mobley, one from Mitchell. Bridges pushing the pace down the other way, splits two defenders, gets the scoop layup to go, does not realize that there was no foul called, and so Mitchell's going to rush it down the other way and draw a foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. Get back on defense, Mikal. He's too busy over there celebrating as if he did anything. Brother, you just made a layup. You just made a layup. Get back on defense. The Cavs recognize it, push it the other way. Mikal puts Karl-Anthony Towns in a precarious situation in that scenario, having to pick up Donovan Mitchell, ends up fouling Donovan Mitchell in that scenario. So now Mitchell's at the foul line for two. Lewis Lee, what's up, Lewis? Daniel Berry Sports was popping. Donovan Mitchell at the foul line for two. Knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Let me blow my nose real quick. All right, Mitchell made the first one. He's got one more coming. Just that's it. Mikal's so weak. Purcell Games with the Purcell. Marlon said Kolik should be on the squad every time. I don't know about that. Alvarado is objectively a better basketball player. Donovan Mitchell knocked down both. Brunson bringing it down. He has it up top. Tries to get over to Bridges and turns it over. Bad pass for Brunson. And now here comes Mitchell down the other way. Gets blocked by Mikal Bridges, but Mobley right there. Can't get the layup to go. Towns comes in for the rebound. Quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson in and out dribble. Blown past Harden. Down the lane. Euro steps and gets fouled by Donovan Mitchell. Brunson going to the foul line for two. That's one way to push it. There you go. Love to see that. Joseph Dickens, what's up, Joe? Jeremy needs to have a good game tonight with his defense and rebounds and his toughness. Jeremy. Who am I missing? Jared Allen? Talking about Jared Allen, Joseph? With his defense and his rebounds and his toughness? Definitely Jared Allen. For sure for the Cavs, absolutely. J3, what's up, Jay? Cavs are tough to guard. They are, especially with the introduction of Harden. A healthy Harden is a dangerous man, especially in the regular season. Maybe not so much in the playoffs, but especially in the regular season. Brunson at the foul line. He made the first one. And he makes the second one. James Harden will bring it down the other way. He's being guarded by Josh Hart. They have Brunson on Wade, Towns on Allen, Bridges on Mitchell, and Anunoby on Mobley. They kick it up top to Wade. They swing it out to Mitchell. Jab step coming to his left, putting his head down, attacking in the paint, leaves it off for Jared Allen, throws up the floater. Got it to go for Jared Allen. Karl-Anthony Towns standing under the rim too much. You got to look to be a little bit more present and not allow that pass to go through, but that's just a good shot from Jared Allen there. Towns pushing it the other way, leaves it off for Josh Hart, kicks out to Brunson, wide open left corner three. That's great ball movement, and JB knocks it down. That's beautiful ball movement right there. 10-9 now. Harden pushing it the other way, being guarded by Brunson, dancing with it, pulls up three on the left wing, got it to go right over JB, just shot it over the top of him. That is the beauty of having a 6'6 guard. Josh Hart has it up top, beautiful pass to Bridges. Bridges cutting to the rim. Now he's got Mitchell on him, falls away in the paint, gets a friendly bounce off the front of the rim, and he gets it to drop down. Nice to see Mikal Bridges knock down a jumper there. They get it down low to Anunoby to Mobley being guarded by Anunoby. They kick it back up top to Harden. Harden trying to get it back to Mobley. Anunoby doing a good job of denying him the ball, so they're just going to run pick and roll here. They switch it. Harden has it up top, picked up his handle, and ends up throwing it away. Mobley can't get positioning on the Knicks' wings. Josh Hart gets caught in the air, kicks it over to Towns. Towns down the lane, layup, can't get it to go. Got a nice shot off, though. Wild attempt, but he almost got it to go. But ultimately gets fouled by Mobley, and Towns will go to the foul line for two free throws. And it's 13-11. Knicks down by 2 with 8:20 to go. Mobley not being able to post up either wing between Anunoby or Josh Hart is going to end up being a problem for this Cavs team, no matter who they end up playing in the playoffs. Ashmel, what's up, Ashmel? Nick Yak said he is talking Sochan, who won't get it. Oh, Jeremy Sochan, that's right. I was thinking about what Jeremy, but Jeremy Sochan, yes. Who won't get many minutes. Yeah, I mean, I had an extensive talk about Jeremy Sochan in the pregame, about what I think about him and his playing, obviously, not about him personally, but his play and what he brings to this team. which I have not been very impressed with. He will continue to get opportunities because Mike Brown, I think he deserves to get an opportunity to see what they have in him. I have not been a big fan of his game, and honestly, Mo Diawara is better in almost every aspect right now, except for maybe switchability, because Sochan is right now a better on-ball defender, but Towns splits the free throws, misses the second one. Towns strips Harden. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Cavs. Good hands from Towns. Dangerous play from Towns, who already has one foul. Could have picked up a second there. Renee Plenty Benny. What's up, Renee? Chaotic Style says Kawhi to the Knicks. Let's wait for him to get waived for his contract to be voided first before we talk about it. Jared Allen has it up top, hands it off to Harden, being chased by Bridges, coming to his right at the screen, kicks it out to Mobley. Mobley, another three. They will live with that, and he makes them pay again. 2 for 2 from three-point range for Evan Mobley, but I think the Knicks will live with Mobley getting up threes. They get over to Towns. Towns up top being guarded by Wade, swings through to his right, tries to leave it off to Josh Hart, and it goes out of bounds. Come on, Big Josh, we've got to catch those passes. Not a great pass from Towns. It's not a great pass. It was to the side as Josh Hart was moving the other way. But if it hits your hands, you got to catch it. That's the old adage. If it hits your hands, you better catch it. Beautiful pass from James Harden into Wade, who smokes the layup. Dean Wade wide open under the rim and just missed it. Here comes Brunson pushing the other way. It's 16-12. Brunson has it on the right wing, being guarded by Harden. Coming to his left. I think Harden's playing an excellent point guard game so far, and his teammates are not holding up their end of the bargain. They swing it over to Josh Hart, left corner three, can't get it to go. Good boxing out from the Cavs, and Mobley able to recover the clean rebound. Mobley bringing it down. He has it up top, gets it over to Harden in the right wing. Good closeout from Bridges to close out the airspace. Harden gonna dance with it, and Mikal Bridges picks his pocket. Bridges pushing the other way, gets it over to Brunson on the right wing. Transition, pull up three. JB can't get it to go. Long rebound, and Jared Allen, good hustle, able to come back and recover it. Hit ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell attacking to his right, down the lane. Scoop layup over Anunoby. Gets blocked by OG Anunoby. Loose ball right back to Mitchell, though, and he lays it up and in. Good hustle from the Cavs not to give up, and they take an 18-12 lead with 7 minutes to go, and our first time out of the game takes place now. Nice effort from both sides. Really nice effort from both sides. A little serendipity for the Cavs on that last possession where Anunoby gets the block and saves it in bounds, bouncing around between Mitchell and Towns, and it just ends up right back in Donovan Mitchell's hands for the easy layup. And that'll take us to our first time out. Just that's at 4 for 6 from three. Who is that? 4 for 6 from three. The Cavs? Oh, the Cavs. Yes, they've hit 4 threes so far. Harden, Mitchell, and Mobley's hit 2. So really good shooting start for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We'll see if that continues. Like I said, 2 early threes for Mobley is really nice for the Cleveland Cavaliers, where Mobley has not really provided that consistently this year for them. Sons Gen said, I don't hate it. Knicks look sharp. Nice defensive pressure. I think it's just really good play from both sides so far. Knicks not getting a ton out of their other guys. Josh Hart, 1 for 3 from the field is not a great start. Not a great start for Josh. Again, I'd probably, after this timeout, look to bring in like Landry Shamet immediately in for Josh Hart. I love the early substitutions, in my opinion, but I think Mike Brown has been kind of rocking with the starting lineup for the first 6 minutes of the game and making a change at the halfway point, but we'll see if he changes it up here with the timeout coming at 7 minutes. Yak said we need to hit our threes also. Yes, Brunson missed one in transition that was open. He could have knocked down. Who else missed the 3? Josh Hart missed 2 threes. One of them was terrible where he hesitated and then double clutched a 3 because he hesitated. So that wasn't great. Who else missed a 3? That was it. Josh Hart and Brunson, the only 2 guys to miss 3s so far. Brunson has hit a 3, though. Chaotic Styles. What's up, Chaotic? Knicks always getting down before trying to get up. It's a 6-point game, 5 minutes into the game, brother. Corey Day. What's up, Corey? Joe said, it's all about the playoffs. Y'all seen what the Next did last year in the playoffs. We are a dangerous team when the playoffs come. Absolutely. Building good. The regular season is about building good habits going into the playoffs for sure. Especially when you have championship aspirations. William Yan, what's up, Will? Nick Yak said, usually Mitch changes things. Yeah. I'm going to be interested to see what kind of dynamic Mitchell Robinson has with Harden and with the Harden introduction. How and if that changes anything for the Cavs here. Corey said, Knicks always find ways to choke. Literally had a 16-point comeback against the Cavs. Literally the other day had an 18-point comeback against the Rockets. But sure, brother, sure. Kanyan Pepper, what's up, Kanyan? Mark said, I don't like this start. Let's get the rotation going. I think the start has been fine. I'm not loving the Josh Hart shot so far. He does have 3 assists, but that usually comes with the territory. I like Karl Anthony Towns' process so far offensively. I think both times that he has driven the ball, he drew a foul, or he's driven it 3 times. Once he drew a foul, and then 2 other times the defense completely collapsed on him driving to the rim, and he hit nice passes to Josh Hart. 1 he missed, and 1 he knocked down a floater in the paint with. And they take away a point away from the Cavs. They say Mobley's 3, one of Mobley's 3s was a long 2. So it is 12-17. There we go. And Mikal Bridges will bring it down against Sam Merrow's in the game now, along with Dennis Schroeder. And the Knicks come out with the same 5. Like I said, Mike Brown going with extended minutes with the starters as of late. Brunson gets it out to Josh Hart, and Josh Hart again just mishandles the pass. It's the 2nd time in a row Josh Hart's tried to catch the ball with one hand, and it rolls off his arm. One's from Towns, and now this time from Brunson, just simply kicking out the ball to him. Catch the ball, Josh. Josh not having not a great start to this game right now. Harden gets it over to Jared Allen. Jared Allen hands it off to Harden. Coming to his left. In the lane, kicks it up top to Mobley. Mobley catches. Pump fake. Don't go for the pump fake. Anunoby. Inside pass to Jared Allen. Stops, spins in the paint, goes up. Layup. Got it to go for Jared Allen. Nice patient move for Jared Allen in the paint there. And Josh Hart putting his head down, rushing the other way, going to the rim. Righty layup. Got it to go for Big Josh. Falls into the crowd. You got to get back up, brother. Come on, here we go. It's a nice drive right there, pushing the pace, getting an easy one. The Knicks do a good job getting back on defense. Josh Hart does a good job getting back up and getting back. Harden up top, being guarded by Brunson on a switch, coming to his left off the screen. Towns picks him up. In cross-court pass, out to Schroeder. Wide open, right corner 3. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart skies for a nice strong rebound. Josh Hart pushing the pace. He heard me talking smack. He's picking up his play now. They get over to Towns as the trailer. Catches, pump fake, driving to his left, down the lane, blows past Allen in the lane, knocks down the righty layup. Karl Anthony Towns driving it down and knocking down layups again. I love to see Karl Anthony Towns play well. It is extremely important for the Knicks for Towns to knock down those shots. Harden has it on the left wing, attacking to his right, off the Allen screen again. He throws up the floater this time, and he knocks it down. And here come the Knicks bringing it down the other way, looking for an answer. We are past the halfway point, 5:30 to go here in this first quarter. Hart has it up top to get over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right against Schroeder. Pump fake, leans in, gets caught in the air, kicks it out to Josh Hart, swings it over to Bridges. Pump fakes, ran off the line. Back over to Josh Hart. They leave him wide open, and he makes them pay, knocking it down with a confident-looking shot. Thank you, Josh, for shooting it confidently. Schroeder has it on the left wing, being guarded by Hart, spinning to his left, has it along the baseline, pulls it back out, kicks it out to Mobley. Mobley catches, pump fakes, gets it over the top to Harden. Harden settles for the pull-up 3 over Anunoby. Too strong, can't get it to go. Long rebound. Jared Allen collides with a couple of Knicks, but he's able to snag it and kicks it out to Harden. Harden coming to his right, inside pass to Allen. Allen gets the scoop layup to go over Josh Hart, and Jared Allen playing well to start the game. He has been playing extremely well as of late. Like I said, he is a play finisher and has been missing his setup man in Darius Garland all season long. Now that they've traded for James Harden, he has been hooping very well as of late. Basketball Jones, what's up, Basketball Jones? He said, who ordered the strawberry banana smoothie jerseys? These creamsicle jerseys are not a good look, man. They are ugly jerseys. Just that said, Mitch better block this inside Cavs. Josh Hart is going to come out of the game now. They're going to bring in Jeremy Sochan and Landry Shamet and Mitchell Robinson. Full front court swap for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson remain in. Jared Allen misses the and one free throw. Brunson has it up top, dancing with it against Schroeder. Coming to his right at the Robinson screen, step back over to Sochan. Sochan picks up his handle on the right wing. He's got nowhere to go. He's got nowhere to go. He's got nowhere to go. And they get it over to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Schroeder. Brunson, stop, turn, spin, one-legged fall-away jumper, in and out, can't get it to stay. Robinson battling on the glass, but knocks over to Jalen Tyson, and then Jalen Tyson throws the ball away. Good pressure in the back there from Jeremy Sochan. Good pressure from Sochan. Tyson, though, just throws a bad pass. 4-point game here, 23-19, 4:27 to go here in the first. Scoodily, what's up, Scoo? Scoo Daily, what's up, Scoo? Knicks just all need to get high together on their off days and watch film. Yeah, sure, brother. I'm sure that is what will work. Mikal Bridges knocks down the mid-range jumper. Got it to go. James Harden bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Harden directing some traffic. He's going to run the pick and roll with Jared Allen again. Driving it down. Stops, turns, spins. Excellent defense from the Knicks. Harden gives it up to Merrill. Back to Harden. Being guarded by Brunson on a switch. All right, JB, you got to lock up here. Harden's just going to drive it past him in the lane. High floater for Robinson. Got it to go. That's James Harden just being a star. That's what James Harden does. And the Knicks bringing it down the other way. Landry Shamet, he's got the shooting sleeve on the right arm. Hopefully that's just for aesthetics and not anything hurting with him. Shamet almost threw it away, but Sochan able to save it. He's bringing it down now, tagging to his right on Harden, gets into the paint, steps through, tries to leave it off inside for Robinson, gets knocked out of bounds. 4.8 to go on the shot clock, though. Knicks have plenty of time to work with 5 seconds. You can get it in and then immediately go to look for a shot, but you got more than enough time to work with that. Brian Harris, what's up, Brian? Trevor said Jeremy and Mitch is about to do damage, and since they have entered the game, the offense has completely sputtered. It is no coincidence. Can't have 2 non-shooters out there. I don't like Sochan with another non-shooter. They kick it out to Sochan up top. They get it over to Brunson. Brunson's got 2 seconds to go. It's the ball knocked out of his hands again, but 0.3 on the clock. The offense has completely sputtered since Robinson and Sochan have entered the game. There's 0.8 on the clock. All Knicks can do is catch and shoot. Looking to get it to Shamet. Shamet catches, fires, but gets blocked by Tyson. It's a shot clock violation. Jose Alvarado has come into the game now. Alvarado has it up top. He's coming for Bridges. Mitchell dancing with it, crosses over to his right, mid-range follow-away jumper over Robinson. Can't get it to go. Alvarado with the rebound. Here comes Jose Alvarado. Home run pass to Sochan. Sochan down the lane, righty layup. Can't get the layup to go. And then he knocks the ball out of bounds, so it'll go back to the Cavs. Not looking good. Not looking good. Just that said, Sochan picks up his dribble. It's doomed. Anunoby comes in for Sochan here. It's just not a good fit right now. It's just not a good fit. I get giving him the opportunity, but it is not working out. Dennis Schroeder driving it down the other way, gets caught under the rim, but the Knicks give up a wide open cut to Donovan Mitchell, who throws down a big one-handed hammer, has got something to say, flexes about it to the crowd. Big highlight play for Donovan Mitchell. 6-point lead for the Cavs. They get it over to Brunson. Brunson up top. Knicks have proper spacing again with Anunoby in for Sochan. Brunson driving it down, throws the lob up top to Robinson and gets fouled by Jalen Tyson. Robinson will go to the foul line for 2. Relic, what's up, Relic? Jay Davis, what's up, Jay Davis? Fungpei said, coaches throw up when they see free throw-up shots. I mean, they had to throw it up there. The Knicks' offense completely sputtered with Sochan and Robinson in the game. If you're going to have Robinson in the game, you can't have Sochan. If you're going to have Sochan in the game, you can't have Robinson. You're going to have to pick one of them, which is why Sochan played, 2 minutes there? I get trying Jeremy Sochan, but if you can't find a way to fit him into a normal rotation, then you can't have him out there. Jeremy Sochan can't play alongside Mitchell Robinson. He can't play alongside a traditional center. It can't happen. And if those are the lineups in which you envision him playing alongside of, then you just need to scrap the idea of giving him an opportunity and just go back to Mo Diawara, who was and has been significantly better in the lineup than Sochan has. Jeff Brown, what's up, Jeff? The Fleas, what's up, Fleas? Larry got to let that thing fly? Who is Larry? Landry? Just that's a JB has to go for 60 or we lose? No, I think the Knicks just need to play better lineups right now. It's a 6-point game, and they've had, the starting lineup with Josh Hart out there. Josh Hart has took 4 shots in that starting line for a reason. He's open all the time because they're not guarding him. And then they put out a lineup of Jeremy Sochan and Mitchell Robinson. Lineups are just not helping the Knicks right now, right? Coach Mike Brown is not putting them in a position to be successful. They are having to fight each other for opportunities. Not like literally, but in the sense that they're not there's very little synergy going on. Even outside of the fact that Jeremy Sochan just got to this team and is still probably trying to learn the offense and the defense on the fly, he is just there. He has no synergy or chemistry with anybody on the team right now. Who is he supposed to have synergy and chemistry with? Especially when you're playing with another non-shooter in Robinson. They both operate the same spaces on the court. Bruce Williams with the Bruce. Named this team after Clint Eastwood movie, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Not a bad one. Scooterly said, I was watching the Knicks now with Marshall Green, but this is much better when I can't find the game live. Appreciate you, Scoot. Appreciate you. Shout out, Marshall. Shout out, Marshall. Mark said, give me Mo. Yeah, just give me Mo. Give me Mo Diawara. I get giving Jeremy Sochan an opportunity. You just signed him. You want to see what he's got. You want to see how he fits in. But I don't think Mike Brown is putting him in a position to be successful anyway. So you might as well not utilize him. And like I said, if you can't find a way to put him in a position to be successful because he's not taking Robinson's minutes, I'll tell you that. He's, probably not taking Josh Hart's minutes either. So who do you have him out there with? If you can't find a way to have him out there, they don't put him out there. Don't put him out there. Al Machinery said, let's not play from behind. I mean, it's a 6-point game. We'll see how it plays out. Chaotic said, I'm not convinced that Brown is a good coach. Brown is a good coach. He's a very good coach. He's on the same level of coaching as Tom Thibodeau. They just do things in a different way and have different sensibilities as coaches, different priorities. Robinson misses the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Mitch, just give me one, brother. Just give me one. Cantan Music. What's up, Cantan? Josh Hart should off the bench, and Sochan should be waived. Should bring Josh Hart off the bench. I would like Josh Hart off the bench for Deuce McBride. I don't mind Josh Hart in the starting lineup with Deuce McBride out. As Mitchell Robinson does knock down the second one. Yes, sir, Big Mitch. Just give me one. Give me 50% from the foul line. I'll take it. 2:30 to go here. It is a 5-point game, 27-22. They go over to Jalen Tyson. Tyson up top. Hands it off to Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder coming to his right. Up top, they swing it out to Merrill. Good defense from Robinson, and then Merrill throws it away. Ball going into the backcourt. And it's going to go to the Cavs. Go to the Knicks. Honestly, if you're Dennis Schroeder there, you go and you pick up that basketball. Go pick up that basketball if you're Dennis Schroeder. Now the Knicks get to inbound it under their own basket, and they have a full 24. Terrible job by Schroeder. Low IQ play by Schroeder. Brunson has it up top. Dance with it against Dean Wade. Rhythm dribble, step back three, can't get it to go. Good box out and rebound from Tyson over Robinson. Merrill dribble, pull up three in transition. Sam Merrill can't get it to go. Robinson and Anunoby battling for the rebound. Then Robinson knocks it away from Tyson and gets it over to Alvarado. Cross-court pass to Anunoby. Anunoby driving it down. Right into the chest of Wade. Gets blocked by Wade, and Wade catches it out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Knicks at least. 1:50 to go. The Flea said, can't help but wonder what practice scrimmages look like for Coach to come up with these rotation decisions. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes it's just a little of keeping players satisfied and happy with their roles, like Josh Hart in the starting lineup. As a nice inbound play from the Knicks gets Shaman a wide open layup. It's a 3-point game, 27-24, 1:40 to go. Donovan Mitchell up top being guarded by Anunoby. Crosses over to his left, swings it out to Dean Wade. Dean Wade has been very inconsistent from three, but he knocks that one down over Brunson, giving him too much time and space to line it up and knock it down. Alvarado pushing the other way. Coming to his right off the Robinson screen, down the lane, kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson ran off the line in the paint, leans in, kicks it out to Shaman. Shaman at open three. Shaman to respond, can't get it to go. Robinson skies for the rebound, knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Cavs. You got to snag those, Big Mitch. Cavs doing a good job of knocking it out of his hands when he does have position to grab the rebound. Here comes Donovan Mitchell bringing it down. Mitchell gets it out to Tyson. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell pocket pass to Tyson. Down the lane. Beautiful pass from Mitchell. Bad pick and roll defense from the Knicks. And another score for the Cavs. Executing the Knicks to death there. Alvarado has it on the right wing. They get it over to Brunson being guarded by Dean Wade. Brunson on the right wing. Crosses over in the paint. Pump fake. Leans in. Gets caught in the air. Tries to kick it over to Shaman. Gets knocked out of bounds by Mitchell. It'll stay here with the Knicks. 9 seconds to go in their shot clock. The Knicks got to inbound it. They lob it out to Mitchell Robinson. Robinson hands it off to Brunson. Brunson crosses over, down the lane, leans in, lefty layup. Got it to go for Jalen Brunson. Here comes Mitchell pushing the other way. Guarded by Anunoby. Dribble pull-up three from Mitchell. Can't get that one to go. Robinson battling on the glass. Snags the rebound. Quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson pushing. Hit ahead to Shamet. Shamet in the paint. Tries to kick it out to Anunoby. Stolen by Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder kicks it over to Mitchell. And Mitchell bringing it down the other way. The 5-on-4 as Dennis Schroeder fell into the crowd. Now he gets back into the picture. Donovan Mitchell slows things down to hold it for the final shot. Schroeder against Robinson, driving it down. And a foul on Mitchell Robinson will send Dennis Schroeder to the foul line for 2 free throws. Not great minutes from Mitchell Robinson so far in this first quarter stint. Chris Rowe, what's up, Chris? Donna Moore Music said Bowtie really needs a jacket. Jacket's right over there, brother, but I don't want to throw the jacket on just yet. Not just yet. Jeremy Sochan and Mikal Bridges subbing in here. Brunson and Robinson subbing out. Donovan Mitchell gets it into Merrill, back to Mitchell. Mitchell being picked up by Shamet. Donovan Mitchell dancing with it, crosses over to his left, down the lane, in the paint, kicks it out. Dean Wade, another three, and at the buzzer, he knocks it down. And it extends to a 9-point lead for the Cavs at the end of the quarter. Not the end of the quarter that you wanted to see. J3 said, not a great first. Not a great first. And for all the talk of, oh yeah, Jeremy Sochan's going to come to the game with Mitchell Robinson and the defense is going to pick up, they gave up 35 points in that first quarter. Yeah, what a great defensive lineup they put out there, huh? It's almost as if good offense is also just as important as good defense. It's almost as if you have bad offense, you're going to have bad defense. Mark said, Mitch has been horrible, honestly. Yeah, he has not been playing well as of late. I'm never really concerned about Mitch. Also, the things he gives you always feels like icing on the cake. They should be able to overcome not great Mitchell Robinson minutes. It's not like he was that bad. He did pick up a bad foul, but honestly, I'm looking at like Josh Hart. I'm looking at these Sochan minutes. I'm looking at Mike Brown, and I'm like, all right, man, if you're trying to win this basketball game tonight, you might just have to ditch Jeremy Sochan. I don't think the Cleveland Cavaliers are the team you should be experimenting with when it comes to Jeremy Sochan, right? The Bulls game, understand that. Understand going with Sochan in the Bulls game, but it's just not worth it, in my opinion. It's just not worth it. Mark said his hands have been bad. They have been bad. No two ways about it. He's not been very good. Not been very good at all. John Brennan said, should have picked up Jeremy Lin instead of Sochan. Lin is retired, brother. He was playing in the celebrity game. Hisa? I don't know how to pronounce your name, brother. El Hisa? El Hisa? Isaiah? You gotta let me know how to say. He said, you sound two-faced. In what way, brother? In what way? Joe said, the Cavaliers has started. Yeah. Dean Wade's knocked down 2 threes. He's been an inconsistent shooter this year for the Cavs. Tonight, he's got it going. Evan Mobley knocked down a 3. He knocked down 2, but they ruled 1 along 2. And they've got it going from the perimeter right now. But I think the biggest thing is that they've been not great in guarding the pick and roll, which is, they're going to have to clean that up. Yak said, what did he do wrong tonight to be called horrible? He is contested on every rebound. I mean, if your only job is to rebound and play defense, Yak, if you're not doing those things at a high level, what else are you providing, right? That's the thing with Mitch, where it's like he has to do those things at a high level to be impactful on the court. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say he's been horrible, but he has not been good. He's not been good. John said I was joking. I see it. Ahisha. Gotcha, brother. Gotcha. Ahisha. I am a girl. My name is pronounced Ahisha. Gotcha. Gotcha. I will remember it. Donna Moore Music said, I'm really just setting in, so I'm looking at the box score, but GTA seems productive with 1 steal in 3 minutes. He was fine. Nothing really too stand out from Alvarado. He was fine waiting on to the game. Obviously, just his first couple of minutes. But they're going to need some more, man. They're going to need some more. The Fleas with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Fleas. Said a lot of basketball left. Let's go Knicks. Yes, 36 minutes of basketball remaining. 1 quarter down, but a 9-point deficit at the end of the one, giving up 35 first quarter points. Not great. Not great. Here we go. Start of the second. Tyson has it up top to get it over to Mobley. Mobley being guarded by Towns. Mobley gets it over to Wade, over to Tyson. Tyson, a knockdown three-point shooter. In and out on that one. Can't get it to stay. Alvarado bringing it down the other way off the rebound from Towns. Alvarado up top. Hands it off to Josh Hart. Josh Hart, inside pass to Anunoby. In the paint, pump fake, spins, kicks it out to Josh Hart. Extra pass to Alvarado. Quickly fires the three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Good boxing out and rebounding from Jalen Tyson. Tyson bringing it down. Gets it over to Wade. Wade puts up the three. He's feeling it. Oh, he's feeling it. Dean Wade, we're having a Dean Wade masterclass tonight. And the Knicks are going to have to overcome this. 3 threes for Dean Wade. 3 in a row from Wade. He's 3 for 4 overall tonight. Just rose and fired that one over the defender. Defender was there. Did not matter. Dean Wade was not worried about missing that 3. Towns has it up top, gets the ball knocked out of his hands by Wade, and he's able to out-hustle Towns to the ball to pick it up, and then he gets tied up with Alvarado. It's going to be a jump ball between Alvarado and Dean Wade, who has suddenly started to take over this game a little bit here. Cantan said the Spurs didn't waive Sochan because he was a good player. Yeah, absolutely. Something I have been trying to reiterate to people. It's like the Spurs are an excellent development organization. Why would they just waive a 22-year-old player? Dean Wade wins the tip. Alvarado tried to steal it. Didn't even jump for it. They get it over to Tyson. Tyson trying to cut to the rim. And there's an off-ball foul in the Knicks. Foul on Anunoby. Fungpe said he didn't fit there. He's got to fit with the Knicks because everyone secretly wants to be a Knick. I mean, he's just looking for an opportunity. Picked the world's biggest market for a reason, right? To get an opportunity to show what he could do. Kick over to Wade, being guarded by Alvarado. They close out on him. They kick it out to Keon Ellis. The left wing 3, Keon Ellis. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Towns rips it down. Great rebound from Towns. Quick outlet to Alvarado. Turning on the Jets. Driving to the rim. Bump Euro. Gets into the paint. They swing it around. Towns. Extra pass. Josh Hart in the corner. Doesn't shoot the 3. Just take the 3, man. And then he throws it away. Just take the 3, man. This is why you can't. And the Cavs throw it away, and it's going to go back to the Knicks. But this is why Josh Hart, like you look at the box score, he's got 7, 2, and 4. And looking at the box score, you'd be like, oh, man, Josh Hart having a great game. Josh Hart's not having a very good game so far tonight already. You got to shoot the open ones, man. Mobley didn't even look to close out to you. And instead, you drove it right into him, and then you turned it over because nobody's worried about Josh Hart shooting 3s. You got to make him pay for leaving you open, Josh. You're a capable shooter. Shoot it with confidence. Anunoby takes the baseline and gets stripped going up towards the basket, but it is out of bounds off of the Cavs. So it'll at least stay here with the Knicks, but they got 3 seconds on their shot clock, and the offense is sputtering right now. A combination of fantastic Cavs defense, but inept Knicks offense right now. Alvarado gets it into Josh Hart. Josh Hart, the straightaway 3. He'll shoot this one, and he'll miss it. Towns, the offensive rebound in the paint, puts it back up. Got it to go for Big Cat. There you go. We're back to a 10-point game, but you got to start chipping away at it here. Under 10 to go. Tyson hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by being guarded by Anunoby. Mitchell coming to his left off the screen. Seamus switches onto him. Mitchell spins off of him down the lane. Throws a lob up top to Mobley, who can't catch it. Knocked out of bounds. And a foul. A foul is called actually on the Knicks. Foul on Alvarado. The Flea said, OG, shaking my head, where you at? Where's OG at? Indeed. 0 points, 0 for 3 from the field so far for OG Anunoby. And not really being felt offensively right now. Need more from OG for sure. They get it into Mitchell. Mitchell trying to draw the foul, and Alvarado just turns it over. Good defense from Alvarado. Shammy gets it out to Alvarado. Alvarado on the left wing. Being guarded by Keon Ellis. Swings it over to Hart. Josh Hart directing traffic. Cross-court pass to OG Anunoby. Wide open left corner 3. OG Throws up an air ball. Man, OG, I don't know what's gone into him from the field, man, but it is not a great look. A blocking foul and Shamet trying to stay in front of Harden. Bruce Williams said, at times this team doesn't believe in themselves. The confidence can be shaky. It is a good point. You know, starting with Josh Hart, to Towns has struggled with that this year, and Anunoby dealing with that maybe a little bit right now. The offense and the shooting from Anunoby just falling off a cliff right now. I mean, that's a wide open look for OG, and he throws up a corner air ball. He's a knockdown corner three-point shooter especially, and that's an open one. And he threw up an air ball. Harden has it up top, dancing with it against Alvarado. Harden crosses over, down the lane, leans in, going to the rim, layup, can't get it to go, comes up just short. Here comes Harden, Josh Hart pushing the other way. Hart up top, cross-court pass to Towns. Knicks are going to the double big lineup. Towns to the paint, gets the layup and the foul for Karl-Anthony Towns. Stars are going to have to lead us out of the little hole we're in right now. Good pass, good decision from Josh Hart to get it to the star, and Towns handles the rest, taking the lane, getting the foul, and the finish. I like Mike Brown going to the double big lineup of Robinson and Towns right now, especially with Mobley, the only big in the paint. You know, Mobley can be a little soft down there, especially battling on the boards. Albert, what's up, Albert? Jay, what's up, Jay? Big Rud, what's up, Big Rud? MBM, what's up, MBM? Towns knocks down his and one free throw. It is a 7-point game again, 38-31, under 9 to go here in the second quarter. Harden has it up top, dancing with it, coming to his left. Hand it off to Mitchell. Mitchell coming to his right. Spins, kicks it out to Mobley. Pump fake, driving to his right against Robinson. Comes up well short on the layup, gets his own offensive rebound, and then gets fouled. I don't know what happened on the initial layup. I think maybe Robinson contested it and forced the miss. Either way, the rebound fell right back into his hands. See it? Oh, Robinson came up with the block on the initial attempt, but it went right back into his hands, and then Robinson fouled him on the putback attempt. Mobley would go to the foul line for 2. So nice initial effort, but it still did not end up the way the Knicks wanted it to. Mobley comes up well short on the first free throw attempt. Ball don't lie, baby. Ball don't lie. Just that's it. Feed Cat every possession. I think Cat has made great decisions tonight. I think for the last couple of weeks here, he's been making excellent decisions. Mobley does at least knock down the second one. Yeah. I think he's been playing fantastic as of late. Jose Alvarado bringing it down. 39-31 here, 8:30 to go in the second. Alvarado putting his head down, attacking, throws up the high floater. Got it to go for Jose Alvarado. Nice play for Alvarado, getting into the paint, knocking down the floater. Here comes Mitchell looking for an answer. Crossing over to his left, snaking it back to his right hand off the screen, and a foul is called again. A lot of ticky-tack fouls being called tonight. A far cry from what we witnessed last night when we watched the Spurs take on the Pistons. That was just a bloodbath. The teams were hacking and whacking away. Joseph, what's up, Joe? But they're in the bonus. So Mitchell out to the foul line for 2 free throws. They're in the bonus with 8:30 to go in the second quarter. That is a tough situation for the Knicks to be in. Putting them in the bonus early like this. Mitchell knocks down the first one. He's got one more coming. Tay Cowboys, what's up, Tay? Just that said this team was better when OG was hurt those few games. They just need OG to play better. Alvarado will bring it down the other way. Knicks back down by 8, 41-33. Alvarado up top. Dancing with it. Directing traffic. Nice, beautiful pass. Bridges cutting to the rim. Can't get the layup to go down, but he does get the foul. What a pass between Alvarado, threading the needle there for cutting Mikal Bridges. The pass led Mikal Bridges open. That's why I'm so impressed with it. Because Mikal Bridges was not open, and the pass from Alvarado led him to be open. And now Bridges has to respond with 2 made free throws. Farm Boy TV, appreciate you, Farm Boy. Aisha. Brunson never the problem. Very rarely. Very rarely. Bridges knocks down both of the free throws. It's back to 6. 8:12 to go. Donovan Mitchell to the bench. Mobley has it up top. Dancing with it. Coming to his right. Hands it off to Tyson. Tyson gets blocked by Mitchell Robinson. There you go, Big Mitch. Hands it off to Towns. Towns will bring it down. Towns up top. Step back. Kicks it over to Bridges, and Bridges dribbles it off his own foot. Come on, Knicks. You're giving yourselves nice opportunities here. You come up with a nice stop. They get over to Bridges. Bridges just doesn't catch the ball and dribbles it off his own foot. Mobley has it up top. They hand it off to Schroeder. Schroeder off the handoff. Beautiful no-look pass inside to Jalen Tyson for the two-handed slam. Now it's back up to 8-point game, 43-35. Bridges gets it out to Alvarado. Pump fakes, driving it down. Tried to throw the cross-court pass. A really bad pass from Alvarado. A home run pass from Mobley. And Alvarado gets fouled by Jalen Tyson, fighting for the loose ball. (43-35). Farm Boy TV said, thanks for the notice. I try to notice everybody in the chat. I try to get to every chat. Obviously, the more people we have in the chat, the more difficult it's going to become. But I try to get to everybody's chat. Bridges bringing it down, hands it off to Alvarado. So if I don't get to your chat, I apologize. I'm trying. It is a one-man show up here. Alvarado has it up top. It is an 8-point game, 35-43. They get it to Towns in the post, being guarded by Harden. Towns spins off of him, going along the baseline. Pump fake inside the Robinson. Robinson the floater. Got it to go down. I like the two-man game between the double bigs. I like the double bigs a lot. Harden has it up top. Dancing with it against Bridges. Harden coming to his right. Now Alvarado switched on to him. Harden dancing, kicks it out. Schroeder, a left corner three, high arcing over Josh Hart's contest. Got it to go anyway for Dennis Schroeder. Big time shot for Schroeder. Back up the 9 it goes. Alvarado bringing it down the other way. Dancing with it against Tyson. Pulls it all the way back out. Crossing over to his left off the Robinson screen. Alvarado down the lane. Throws the lob up top to Big Mitch and the Gotham lob. Every time we get a Gotham lob off with Mitchell Robinson, it always just puts a smile on my face. And then the Knicks come up with a steal. Over to Josh Hart. Down the lane. Lefty layup. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, but no foul. Out of bounds off of the Knicks as Robinson was battling Harden for the offensive rebound. And just knocked out of bounds by Mitch. And we're going to get a timeout here. Dom Anthony said, actually, I would rather Bridges just stay home. Bridges has been fine. He's been solid. He's got 8 points, a rebound, an assist, some solid defense from Mikal Bridges. I don't see any complaints I could come up with Mikal. Like, yeah, he dribbled it off his own foot that one time, but that's going to happen. I think Towns has been excellent so far. He's been very good. 8 points, 4 boards, 2 assists for Towns. I think Josh Hart's had a middling effect on this game tonight. He's done some good, as Josh Hart always tends to do. He's a really good basketball player. I like Josh Hart. I want him to retire Nick. I just want us to be smarter with the way we utilize him. Him out there with Mitchell Robinson is not great. Not great in my opinion. But he does have 7 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. He's finding ways to be effective, despite some of his limitations in the way the Cavs are guarding him today. We talked about Bridges, 8-1-1. Mitchell Robinson, 5-4-1. He's been okay in his minutes, especially in the second quarter. He's been solid. First quarter minutes, not the best, but here he's been solid in the second quarter. Alvarado, 2-1-2. He's been very good in his minutes since coming in. I would like to not see any more Jeremy Sochan so far tonight. I think rock with the guys we have. If you want to look for another wing to bring in Mo Diawara. Keenahar, what's up, Keenahar? He said, finally, Schroeder has found himself on a really good team. He is a pest. Yeah, I've always liked Dennis Schroeder as a player. But I'll tell you this, Keenahara, it should not be lost on anybody that Dennis Schroeder seemingly finds himself on a new team every season and then ultimately gets traded at the deadline every season. He is definitely a personality you're going to have to learn to deal with. And he's not good enough and begins to run very thin on teams and teammates as the season goes on. He was on a good team last year in the Detroit Pistons. Ahmed said, I would like to see Hart not be the ball handler. Yeah, it's difficult because they put the center on Josh Hart. And so Josh Hart has to be a ball handler in those scenarios. If we would like to not see Josh Hart as a ball handler, he's got to shoot the three, and he's got to shoot it confidently, and he's got to shoot it often. And he doesn't shoot it often enough. Not nearly often enough. Alex, what's up, Alex? Is everyone playing? Everyone but Deuce McBride. John Mazula? We got Mazula in the chat. What's up, John? Shottage, what's up, Shottage? When you don't agree with anyone option, you treat it respect. Great job. Yeah, I mean, I try. Sometimes I can get annoyed and then maybe get a little feisty with some of my responses. But I always try to remember, I don't know what I'm talking about just as much as you guys don't know what you're talking about. We're all fans, right? So I have my opinion. You guys have your opinion. And we could talk about the opinion. And maybe you're right. Maybe I'm right. Maybe we're both wrong. But I just try to take what you guys think, what I think, and then come to some kind of conclusion. But try to take in as many sides as possible. Here we go. 6 minutes to go. 39-46. James Harden bringing it down against Bridges. Jared Allen back into the game. Anunoby in for Towns now. Keon Ellis driving it down to his left against Brunson. Spins, puts up the righty floater. Got it to go for Keon Ellis. They get it into Alvarado. Now out to Bridges. Delay of game by the Cavs. Delay of game warning. $39-48 here. Mikal Bridges bringing it down. And an 8-second call as the Knicks can get it past the half-court line. Jose NYC. What's up, Jose? So the Knicks are going to keep the basket. They're going to give it back to the Knicks. They're going to say it was a shot clock, not malfunction, but a poor usage of the shot clock or a false start to the shot clock, something like that. The Knicks definitely weren't in the backcourt for 8 seconds, I should say. They definitely weren't in the backcourt for 8 seconds. So there was an issue with the shot clock. They're going to put it to 16, give the Knicks the ball at the half-court line, and they're going to have to inbound it here. They get it into Robinson. Robinson up top. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. Robinson looking for somebody. Hands it off to Brunson. Shot clock winding down for the Knicks. They show 2. Brunson gets caught in the air, swings it out to Alvarado. He's going to have to quickly go in the paint, kicks it out to a wide open Anunoby for a corner 3. And Anunoby continues to misfire, but Robinson rips a rebound away from Jared Allen. And then it's got something to say about it to Jared Allen as he lays it up and in. Here comes James Harden bringing it down against Bridges. Driving it to his left. Stop, hesitates down the lane, throws up the floater off glass. Can't get it to go. Jared Allen with the offensive rebound. Can't get the putback to go, but the rebound gets knocked out to Schroeder. Catches, pump fake, jab step, pump fakes. Driving to his right, puts up the floater, throws up an air ball, out of bounds, going to the Knicks. Dennis Schroeder upset, looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. J3 said Mitch starting to make his presence felt. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Here comes Jalen Brunson bringing it down. Under 5 to go here. It is a 7-point game still. The Knicks haven't been able to get it closer than 5 for a while here. Alvarado has it on the right wing. Pass fake. Gets it over to Bridges on the right wing, being guarded by Sam Merrill. Jab step. Coming to his left. Has it in the post against Merrill. Backing him down. Backing him down. Backing him down. Backing him down. Fall away mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Robinson skies for the offensive rebound. Out to Brunson. Inside pass to Anunoby for the two-handed slam. Great pass from Jalen Brunson. Great offensive rebound by Mitchell Robinson, who is absolutely, like you guys said, making his presence felt now. Keon Ellis has it up top. To get it over to Jared Allen. Jared Allen being guarded by Robinson. Hands it off to Schroeder. Schroeder fires a three off the handoff. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Anunoby able to recover it. Now here come the Knicks, bringing it down. Trailing by 5. Can they get it any closer than this? Can they get it back to a single possession game? They hand it off to Brunson. Brunson dancing with it, crosses over on Ellis, driving it down to his left in the paint, throws up the floater off glass, got it to go. End of the foul for Jalen Brunson. We're going to the foul line for one more, JB, and the Knicks starting to build some momentum here, led by Mitchell Robinson, continued by everybody else. Jalen Brunson making play after play as well. The bullet pass inside to Anunoby to start it, off the offensive rebound for Robinson, and now the and one finish over Keon Ellis. Ahisha, number 11. Throw it up there. It's going to be in the Raptors one day. It will be in the Raptors one day. Russell Field with the Russell. Joe said Mitchell Robinson will always be a Knick. I hope. My favorite player on the team, by far. By far, Big Mitch. Brunson gets a friendly bounce off the front of the rim and gets his and one free throw to go down. Under 4 to go here in the second. It is a 2-point game, 48-46. They get over to Jared Allen being guarded by Towns. Off to Harden. Harden down the lane. Throws up the lob. Can't get it to go. Anunoby came in to contest it. Ends up fouling Jared Allen. It'll be 2 free throws from Jared Allen, I assume. Suns Gen said the quick pace is so needed right now. Yeah. Absolutely. I think part of the reason why you hear teams talk about, like, picking up the pace as often as they do, partly is because, especially when you play a really good team that's solid defensively, like the Cavs are, you don't want them to have the ability to set up their defense on you, obviously, right? You want to try and go as quickly as possible before the defense can get set up to get as many easy baskets as you can. Force them into tough situations or tough matchups. Jared Allen steps to the foul line and knocks down both free throws. 50-46. 3:45 to go. Brunson bringing it down, being guarded by Wade. Brunson has it up top. Brunson coming to his right off the town screen. Pass fake, steps through, spins, kicks it out to Anunoby. Had nowhere to go. So now Anunoby driving to the rim, gets stripped by Harden, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knicks, but 1 second on the shot clock. Too many times they've been in this situation here tonight. Too many times where the ball is out of bounds and it stays with them, but they only have about a second or two to make something happen. This is a catch and shoot situation here for the Knicks. Brunson will inbound it. Bullet pass out to Josh Hart. Fires up the straightaway three at the buzzer. Comes up short. Long rebound. Good boxing out from the Cavs. And Dean Wade able to easily recover it. Here comes Harden bringing it down against Bridges. Harden crosses over to his left. Off the Jared Allen screen. Good defense from Towns. They swing it out to Sam Merrill. An open straightaway three. Comes up short. Long rebound. Anunoby able to pick it up. Anunoby almost trips over his own feet. Anunoby's all over the place here tonight. They get over to Towns up top. Towns walks into the straightaway three. Line me up. Got me to go. Big Karl Anthony Towns. Yes, sir. It's a 1-point game, 50-49. I love it, Big Cat. I love it. Keep giving it to us. Keep giving us that offense, brother. 4 for 4 from the field for Karl Anthony Towns. A 10-2 run for the Knicks has pulled it back to within 1. Mitchell has it up top, crossing over to his left against Bridges. Step back, hesitation move in the paint, stops, double clutches floater, throws up an air ball, battle for the loose ball rebound. Allen dives on the floor for it, saves it out to Harden. Harden on the right wing being guarded by Hart. Double step back, now crosses over to his left, down the lane, throws up the sweeping hook shot, got it to go down for James Harden. That's a star being a star right there, making something out of nothing. Josh Hart trying to push the other way, loses the handle on the ball, and knocks it off his own foot. Harden bringing it down the other way, picked up by Jalen Brunson. Harden crosses over on Brunson, beautiful move, down the lane, gets swatted out of there by Karl Anthony Towns, and Towns has just been excellent tonight. I don't even know. He has been phenomenal. He has been phenomenal tonight, offensively and defensively. He's got 11, 4, and 2 offensively. He is just hooping, man. J3 said, OG and Josh are killing us. Yeah. They're killing us right now, man. Give me some Mo Diawara in there. Mark said, why does Wade look like a mini Hardenstein? He kind of does. Joe said, Big Cat got me hyped. This is he is continuing his phenomenal stretch, man. He is playing excellently tonight. Jay, what's up, Jay? I can't listen to much more of Hart. I love Josh Hart, man. I keep trying to reiterate that because I'm not trying to harp on the issues that Josh Hart has been having as of late. But against really good, really smart teams, you have to be smarter with the utilization of Josh Hart because he's such a limited offensive guy when he refuses to shoot the open three. You got to use him smarter. And I tweeted this the other day. Between Tom Thibodeau initially and now Mike Brown, I got to think that Josh Hart's ego is a part of the reason why coaches, because Tom Thibodeau is a smart basketball mind, and he watches a ton of film. And Mike Brown is a smart basketball mind who watches a ton of film. He sees the same thing we see. They just have chosen to ignore it. And I have to think part of it is because Josh Hart's ego won't allow him at this point in his career to play 20 minutes a night. We saw earlier in the season when Josh Hart was essentially like the seventh man in the rotation and was coming off the bench. He started the year off terribly, and has since been reinserted into the starting lineup and has began to play significantly better. And he's not been horrific tonight. He's got 7, 2, and 5. But he's got multiple times where he's turned down open threes and then forced other guys like Jalen Brunson or Mikal Bridges to settle for bad mid-range shots, well-contested mid-range shots, because now the Knicks just ran their offense to perfection and ended up with a wide-open three for a guy who's capable of knocking down a wide-open three in Josh Hart, and he just refused to take the shot. And you can't put your teammates in that situation. You're giving them grenades, right? You're giving them the ball back after they just ran offense to get you an open look. And he refuses to take the shot. And then it's like, all right, well, now what do we do? Now we have 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Well, now you got to give the ball up to Jalen Brunson, and now Jalen Brunson has to isolate, right? That is why you can't, in a 24-second shot clock game in the NBA, can't give up open looks. If you get open looks, you got to take it. Keenan Hart said, we need to start with Burrow before we get the principality? Well, what are we talking about? Jay said, let these college players have a shot. Which college players? I mean, get Mo Diawara out there, I got to say. Get Mo out there. Jay said he doesn't want to mess with his three-point percentage. He's just not confident in his shot. I don't think it has anything to do with his three-point percentage. He has no confidence in his jump shooting ability. And they pull him out for Shamit. Good move. Final 2 minutes here. Cleveland misses a three. Now the Knicks have it. Towns has it up top, being guarded by Jared Allen. And Jared Allen just slaps the ball out of Towns' hands, and he's going to go the other way for the big one-handed hammer. Excellent play from Jared Allen. The first big mistake from Karl-Anthony Towns tonight. Holding the ball out in front of him, allowing Jared Allen to easily get that steal. Bridges, off the handoff, driving to his right, step back, baseline fall-away jumper over Jared Allen, can't get it to go. I don't like that shot at all from Mikal Bridges. Can he knock it down? Sure, but we could definitely generate a better look than that. Harden has it up top, attacking to his left to get it over to Dean Wade, taking the baseline, shovels it inside to Jared Allen. Another big one-handed slam for Jared Allen. They're allowing Jared Allen to build up a highlight reel right now. Get Mitchell Robinson back in the game. James Cook, fair, what's up, James? Here comes Brunson bringing it down. Jared Allen up to 12 points in this first half. We have 1 minute to go, and it's back up to a 7-point game. Brunson dancing with it. They get it over to Bridges, taking the baseline, pump fake, reverse layup, smokes it, can't get it to go. Dean Wade with the rebound, good boxing out from Jared Allen on Towns to keep him off the glass. Donovan Mitchell spins off a Shamit, driving to his left in the lane, takes the bump, can't knock down the floater, but he will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Mark said they can't close out quarters. Art NYC, what's up, Art? What's happening with Bridges? I mean, Bridges has been fine. Nothing too spectacular from Mikal tonight. 8 points, a rebound, and an assist. Some decent defense from Bridges. But obviously the Knicks, they need more from somebody. Between Anunoby, Bridges, and Josh Hart, it has not been good for their wings. Overall, I think it's been pretty poor performance from their wings. Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns carrying a lot for the Knicks tonight. Keenar said Bridges have been playing as bad as Towns played these last few weeks. Mikal Bridges at least has been bringing it defensively. He's been fine defensively. Mostly good. Some iffy moments here and there, but mostly fine as Donovan Mitchell knocks down both free throws. So I don't want to be too harsh on that. I don't want to just overlook the fact that he's been solid defensively for the Knicks, but the offense has been sputtering for Mikal for a while now. Tonight he's 3 for 7. Brunson a pull-up straightaway 3. Got it to go for JB. My goodness, just dead-eyed straight away. That's why you got to love having a superstar on your team, right? Mitchell coming to his right quickly. 30 seconds to go. Mitchell coming to his right off the Jared Allen screen. Mid-range pull-up jumper for Donovan Mitchell. Comes up short, bouncing on the rim, and he gets the friendly roll. And the Knicks bringing it down the other way. It's an 8-point game. They will hold it for the final shot of the quarter here. 14 on the clock. Brunson has it up top. Directing traffic. They show a double team. Inside the Bridges. Floater. Got it to go from Mikal. Harden pushing the other way. Half-court heave off the one leg. Way off on that one. And that would be the end of our first half coverage here. And it's a 6-point game. Not the greatest end to the quarter, but they had a flurry of a 5-point swing there to get it back to 6. Cool. Great. Awesome. Love that. 6-point game at halftime. Not the worst thing in the world. I thought it wasn't the greatest first half for a lot of guys, so we can go through it here. And I thought, for the most part, the Cavs played pretty well. Got a lot from the role guys. I will say Sam Merrill did miss a couple of open threes, so that doesn't bode well for the Knicks overall. But I think overall, I thought Harden played pretty well. I thought Mitchell played pretty well. Jared Allen played very well. Dean Wade knocked down 3 threes. I think they got a lot from their role guys, whereas the Knicks, it was a lot of Brunson, a lot of Towns, a little bit of Mikal Bridges sprinkled in there as well. Anunoby gave them nothing. Josh Hart was very all over the place. Landry Shaman only has 2 points. I thought Jose Alvarado played well, so let's go through it. Donovan said down 6 at half on the road. Keep hope alive. I mean, it's a 6-point game, right? It's gone back and forth. I'm not going to overreact to a 6-point game. Like I said, I think there was more bad for the Knicks than bad for the Cavs. Like, the Cavs played better in that first half. So if the Knicks can pick up their play in the second half, I'm looking at OG Anunoby. Like, you're supposed to be the third on this team. And Keenar said, yes, Bridges is on the floor every game, but he hasn't played well. I think, like I said, Keenar, I think Bridges his defense has been underrated for a while. While the offense has been spiraling a little bit these last couple of games, specifically after the All-Star break, I thought the offense was pretty solid for the most part. Like, it wasn't anything great. We talked about it all the time. Like, if you need 15 points for Mikal Bridges, he'll give you 15. If you need 20 points for Mikal Bridges, he'll give you 15. If you need a 30-point game from Mikal Bridges, you need somebody to step up, he's going to give you 15, right? He's going to give you what you give you every night. But I think the thing that's gone underrated from Mikal Bridges at this point is some really, really impactful off-ball defense specifically this season. But, the offense has been spiraling, especially post-All-Star break for Mikal. And it's been that way for everybody. Outside of the one game against, I think, was it Houston for OG Anunoby, has not been able to knock down shots at all. I don't know what's going on with him from the perimeter, but his perimeter shot is just abandoning him right now. Raymond said, we need someone to get up and strain these guys out. It's a 6-point game. Let's not act like they're down 16. But, it wasn't a great first half, and they're down by 6. So not the worst sign in the world, right? We can go around the league in a second. Let's go over our game first. Let's go over the box score, then we'll go over some team stats. OG Anunoby 1 for 5 is a killer. It's just a killer. It's just flat out a killer. Christopher Moreno, what's up, Chris? Are you covering any more games today? No more games today. We might do a doubleheader tomorrow, though. I just don't think there are any. We'll go around the league. I don't think there are any other solid games worthy of covering tonight. OG Anunoby, 2 points. 1 for 5 from the field, 3 boards, an assist, a turnover. And just I don't know. You're just not really feeling him out there defensively. Like, if you're going to have a bad offensive night, you got to step up defensively. And not that he's been bad defensively tonight. As a matter of fact, he's made a couple of nice plays. But you have to be dominant defensively. Like, that's part of your role. I know it's a lot to ask. I get it. But that's part of your role. That's why you got the ridiculous $200 million contract. That's why you're getting paid $50 million a year. To be dominant defensively and give us something offensively. And you're doing neither of those things. He's good defensively, but not dominant. And he's been absolutely disastrous offensively. 1 for 5 from the field on mostly open looks. 3 rebounds, an assist, and a turnover. You just need more. You just need more from OG, especially on a night where Karl-Anthony Towns is 4 for 4 from the field. He's knocked down a 3. He's got 11 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. He does have 3 turnovers, but we know Karl-Anthony Towns can struggle with turnovers at times. Jones Jensen, if they cut down on turnovers, Knicks are all good. Yeah, we'll go over the team stats and see where they stack up turnovers-wise, but I can already see Towns with 3, Josh Hart with 3. It's already 6. 6 is already a lot, and that's not even taking into account the other guys who have turned the ball over. Speaking of, Josh Hart, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. If we were just box score watchers, we could look at this and be like, well, Josh Hart's having a pretty nice game. 7 points and 5 assists in the first half? Not bad. Not bad. But because we are actually watching the game, we can give a little context to the stats for Josh Hart. Part of the reason why he has the ball in his hand so much, he's tied for the most amount of shot attempts on the team. He's taken 8 shot attempts. That's a recipe for disaster if Josh Hart's leading you in shot attempts, right? He is tied with Mikal Bridges, who is also tied for the most shot attempts on the team. Towns is taking 4, Brunson's taking 7. Like, this is not a good distribution of shots. Anunoby's taking 5. This is not a great distribution of shots, especially if neither Bridges nor Josh Hart have really gotten it going to a large degree. 8 field goal attempts from Mikal Bridges. Not one of them has been a layup. One of them was a layup. The others have been a fall-away jumper. He's taken 7 fall-away jumpers. He's taken 0 3-pointers. You got to get 3-point shots up. Like that is part of your role on this team, to spread the court to the 3-point line. And I get it. They're running you off the line. You're taking your mid-range shots. That's nice. But the fact that that Mikal Bridges never takes layups is an issue for this team. And if he's going to continue to settle for fall-away mid-range jumpers, the Cavs will live and die by that shot from Mikal Bridges. So they need him to be way better than he has been so far offensively. Even though he has 10 points on 4 for 8 shooting, which is nice, which is solid, a rebound, an assist, does have a turnover, but he also has 2 steals and a block. I think overall Mikal Bridges is having a really nice, really solid game tonight. Actually, I'd even say a good game. But in terms of the shot quality that he's taken so far, don't love it. Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson are keeping this team in it. 13 for Brunson on 4 for 7 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3. He's gone to the foul line a couple of times, 3 for 3. 2 assists for JB. Karl-Anthony Towns, 11 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. 2 blocks for Karl-Anthony Towns. I'm not even going to harp on the 3 turnovers too much. Obviously, that's too many, but not going to harp on it too much with the way that he's played and the pressure that's on him right now with the other guys not really stepping up. So, can't stand music. Terrible coaching and Ron starting lineup. Great team though. I don't think it's a terrible starting lineup. Obviously, I'd prefer Deuce McBride in starting lineup. I wouldn't necessarily go to Shaman in starting lineup. I would say that if you are going to stick with the starting lineup for as long as he's sticking with the starting lineup for 6 minutes of the quarter, I would start somebody else other than Josh Hart. But I don't mind starting Josh Hart if 4 minutes of the game we're going to a different lineup. I like the energy that Josh brings to start games, and that's great. He does a great job of setting the tone for the team, which I think is also an underrated value to this basketball team, is having a guy to set the tone like Josh Hart with his pace and his physicality and his energy and all the things that he does bring positively to the team, but also pull him out of the game earlier, right? Pull him out of the game for Landry Shamet to really get the offensive wheels greased if you are noticing that they're guarding Josh Hart with a center. Pull him out of the game early. You could always put him back in the game at some point in the first quarter. And I think Mike Brown is settling too much into a rotation where we're only getting 1 or 2 substitutions a quarter in terms of switching up the lineups and the rotations. And I don't love that. I don't love that. Just that said, Josh himself would tell you shouldn't start. I disagree, Just that. I disagree. Because he put up a big stink to start the year, was sulking on the bench in that Chicago game that they lost, where he was terrible and only played a couple of minutes in the second half. I think he played 2 minutes in the second half because he was terrible that night and was sulking on the bench, so much so that they were like, all right, let's put Josh Hart in the starting lineup. And then he started playing much better. If Josh Hart wouldn't have believed he's a starter, he wouldn't be starting. They would be starting Deuce McBride. Because every advanced analytic, every advanced stat tells you that the Knicks are much better with 5 shooters on the court, both offensively and defensively. So it's not a defensive thing to have Josh Hart out there in the starting lineup. And yet they stick with it. And I have to think, obviously I don't know this, but I have to think that Josh Hart is part of the reason himself as to why he is in the starting lineup. Right? Obviously I don't know, but I have to think that that's part of the reason. But I wouldn't even mind Josh Hart in the starting lineup. I don't mind it as long as we go to our substitutions earlier. And I don't and Mike Brown was doing that majority of the year until we've gotten to this point where now he's kind of settling into like the first 5 or 7 minutes of the quarter with the same lineup out there. Like if you're going to start Josh Hart, you got to bring in substitutions earlier in the game. Nikki, what's up, Nikki? One of the worst trades the Knicks made, picking up Bridges. Impossible to disagree with, considering the package they gave up. It was an overpay in the exact moment the trade came through and became official. We all knew it at the time, and there's nothing Mikal Bridges could do aside from ascending to an all-star level player to make up for that deal, which at this point in his career seems very, 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 very unlikely. I will say the way you phrased it, and maybe I'm being semantical about this, but the way you phrased it I disagree with in the sense that, like, Mikal Bridges is a really great player to pick up in a trade. The package they gave up was horrendous. The trade for Mikal Bridges was bad, but picking up Mikal Bridges was good. But the trade was terrible. And we knew that in the moment. Even if you like Mikal Bridges, even if you think he's really good for this team like I do, it's still an objectively horrendous trade to make, giving up 5 first-round picks for him. Because it's not just about giving up the picks and giving up your future in that sense, but it's about giving up your flexibility to make trades down the line, right? I know a lot of people are like, well, if they never trade the Mikal Bridges trade, then Giannis is a Knick because they'd have all those picks. I tend to disagree with that because I don't think Milwaukee wants a ton of picks. I think they want a good young player and a couple of picks. And the Knicks don't have any of that. They don't have good young players. But who knows? Who knows? We don't even have the option to offer a bunch of picks for Giannis because we don't have picks anymore because of the Mikal Bridges trade. Instant highlights. What's up, Instant? Who should I bet on to win? That's up to you, brother. That's your money. Jay said OG needs to step it up. OG needs to step it up for sure. Time to sit Josh Hart again? I wouldn't change the starting lineup. At this point in the season, at this point in the regular season, I wouldn't change it. I do think Deuce McBride is the better starter. Obviously, he's not healthy. So that just removes that option. But Deuce McBride should be a starter on this team. Everything from traditional counting stats to advanced analytics to the eye test, literally any metric you want to go with, Deuce McBride with the starters in for Josh Hart has been for a year and a half, 2 years now, a better option than Josh Hart. But now he's not healthy right now, so he's not even a part of the conversation. Who do you start for Josh Hart then? I know people have been like Landry Shamet, and I get that because you get the shooting and you still have good, solid point of attack defense. And that probably works and that probably makes sense. I don't love the optics. Again, the NBA is all about feelings and egos and all of that. I don't love the optics of suddenly pulling Josh Hart from the starting lineup to start Landry Shamet, who's a vet minimum guy. They could give all the professional answers they can. Josh Hart's ego and his feelings would be hurt. And I think it's more valuable to keep guys happy, playing well, than suddenly battling for, no, it's actually a good thing, Josh Hart. You're going to play the same amount of minutes, but now you're not going to be starting. Just keep Josh Hart at the starting lineup. Just make substitutions faster. Just make them faster. Nikki said, true, well said. Exactly, the loss of flexibility is devastating. Yes, it hurts them to make trades down the line because now you don't have any picks to attach to somebody if you really wanted to go out and get a nice role player. Like part of the reason the Knicks, what the front office managed to pull off at this deadline was phenomenal. In flipping Yabusele for Terry and then flipping Terry for Alvarado was incredible. But not having an ability to really go out there and get themselves like a really nice role player because they don't have any first-round picks that get attached to any trades to maybe sweeten the deal for somebody really good in a season where you're competing for a championship. Whether you truly believe the Knicks are a championship contending team. I know there are a ton of Knicks fans who like the team but don't think they can hit that level. However you feel about them, they think they're a championship contending team. And to not have the flexibility with their picks, I think was an overestimation for what Mikal Bridges truly provides to this team. Because there were other guys you could have picked up, like maybe a Keon Ellis, who can give you a semblance of what Mikal Bridges does for far cheaper. Far cheaper. And then you could have filled out the roster with better role guys because you would have had first-round picks to play around with and actually improve the roster on the fringes. Instead, you're getting Jeremy Sochan off of waivers and bringing in Jose Alvarado. And I like Jose Alvarado, but Jeremy Sochan, has he played only 2 minutes tonight? Hold on, let me refresh this. There's no way he's played only 2 minutes tonight. It definitely feels like he's been out there for like 10. He's only played 2 minutes tonight. That's crazy to me. Because it must have been a disastrous 2-minute stretch. Because it definitely, and he's only at -3, so it wasn't a disastrous 2-minute stretch. But it definitely felt like he was in there for much longer to me. Who knows? Who knows? But him only getting 2 minutes tells me that Mike Brown is not liking what he's seeing from Jeremy Sochan. Get Mo Diawara in there, man. Get Mo in there. If I don't see Mo in this second half, while Sochan only got 2 minutes in the first, something's going to be up, man. Something's going to be up. You're playing an 8-man rotation tonight because Sochan is not fitting the bill. I get giving him a chance, but you also got basketball games to win. Gentle, what's up, Gentle? What is his hair color in New York? He's got the orange and blue hair color. It looks like he spray painted it. Joe said, Sochan got to change that hair color, honestly. I like the hair color. Let him be as wild and crazy with his hair as he wants. Just be better at basketball. Be better at basketball. Let's look at the Cavs now. Then we'll go over the team stats. Then we'll try to go around the league. I know I spent too much time ranting about the Knicks a little bit there, so we might not have enough time to go around the league, but let's try. Dean Wade, 3 for 4 from three-point range, is a killer for the Knicks. Overall, they have hit 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 first-half three-pointers, which is really good for them. They got 3 from Wade. They got 1 from Mobley. Harden is 1 for 3. Mitchell is 1 for 3. They also got 1 from Dennis Schroeder, but Merrill is 0 for 3, and Tyson is 0 for 2. One of them got blocked by Robinson. And Keon Ellis is 0 for 1. So they're knockdown three-point shooters. I haven't hit any, and they already got 3 from Wade, 1 from Mobley. So doesn't bode well from the Knicks from the fact that their three-point shooters will likely knock down threes at some point tonight, and it'll be about how they overcome. And we are about to start the third quarter here. You're walking out with the walking out. I hope Knicks get this game. Bucks let me down last Sunday. Need the Knicks to get this W. I'm rooting for them too, brother. I'm rooting for them too. Nicky said, do you think there is a lack of youth and legs on the current team? Adding Mo in would help a lot. Also, where's my Kolek? Unfortunately, Nicky, with the addition of Jose Alvarado, Tyler Kolek is banished to Ariel Hugporty land, where if there's an injury or something like that, Tyler Kolek is now the third string guard. He is not going to be in the rotation anymore at this point with Alvarado available to them now. And especially when Deuce McBride comes back, Tyler Kolek gets buried even further on the bench. And I've said this before, but if Jose Alvarado played better during that stint before the trade deadline, they would not have felt the need to go out and get Jose Alvarado. But here we are. All right, here we go. Here we go. Start of the third quarter. As far as your other point in terms of like the youth and the athleticism, 100% agree. 100% agree. This team lacks a bit of explosion and athleticism a little bit. And Mo Diawara doesn't necessarily have that, but he has like youthful energy to him that definitely helps the team a little bit. I think that we're also hoping Sochan could add to that, but he hasn't. Brunson draws the fouls. He tries to split the double team. Here we go. G4, what's up, G4? Double-double from Cat and Allen? I think yes, possibly. Jeff Brown said Sam will get it going. Yeah, I'm worried about that, Jeff. I'm worried about that. I'm worried about Sam Merrill getting it going. I'm worried about Tyson getting it going. Jeff said, didn't you tell someone to get changed their haircut, but you're telling me not to tell someone to change their hair? Well, that's because as Brunson's to the foul line for 2, they're saying he's in the act of shooting. He misses the first one. That's ball don't lie right there. I don't know how he was in the act of shooting either way. Knock down your free throws, JB. He misses the first one. I told Joseph, to your point, and maybe I'm hypocritical in that regard, but to your point, Jalen Suggs is the guy I was telling to cut his hair because he's got that hair is leaving him. And if the hair don't want to be here, you got to let it go. You got to let it go. You can't go around looking like that, man. Donovan Mitchell draws a foul in the three-point attempt. He's going to the foul line for 3 free throws. I don't love that call. I don't love that call at all. I think that is bailing out a jump shooter, especially when we don't help out layup shooters who go to the rim and get knocked to the floor all the time. Don't love that. Gendo said, question, where is it at? Keith, what's up, Keith? Where's Gentle questions at? Do NBA team owners automatically own the G League team? Yes, I think so, because they're the ones that are affiliated with teams. Not every team has a G League team. Not every team has a G League team. The ones that are affiliated with G League teams, sure. Mitchell misses the first free throw. He's got 2 more coming. Knocks down the second one. Mark said, BS call. I don't love that call. Keith said, who will step up? I have my money on Hart. Hart, he brings the electricity to the lineup. Hart should be operating. Hart should be opening to give the Knicks a chance. He's got to knock down perimeter shots, at least take perimeter shots in order for that to be the case, which he has not done tonight. Mitchell knocks down 2 of the 3 free throws. It is a 9-point lead for the Cavs yet again. Towns has it up top, swings it out to nobody, and Mitchell picks it up. His 4th turnover for Karl-Anthony Towns. On a night where outside of the turnovers, he's been fantastic. But now 4 turnovers for him. Can't ignore that. Mobley has it in the post against Towns, backing him down, faces up, driving to his right, spins to his left, pump fake, puts up the little fall-away jumper, can't get it to go. Mobley, the offensive rebound, and knocks down the reverse shot over Josh Hart. Josh Hart continues to not be very effective in almost any aspect of the game tonight. It is 55-66. Josh, brother, I need you to be better, man. The Knicks are out there too small against this Cavs team. Put Mitchell Robinson in the game for Josh, if you're going to have Josh Hart out there. Brunson kicks it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart coming to his right. Shot clock down to 4, and the Knicks have not generated any open space whatsoever. Bridges settles for a mid-range pull-up jumper over Mobley. The Knicks offense continues to be terrible with Josh Hart in the game. I'm sorry for harping on Josh Hart as hard as I am right now, but it's very clear one guy is not helping this team right now as Mitchell shoots a step back 3, can't get it to go. Hart with the rebound, home run pass to Bridges. 1-on-1 against Mobley, leans in, reverse layup, can't get it to go. Great defense from Mobley. Mitchell grabs the rebound. They get it into James Harden. Harden up top. This is a bad coached game from Mike Brown here tonight. They swing it out. Dean Wade to right wing 3. Can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. And they get it over to Brunson. The Cavs are not knocking down perimeter shots right now, giving the Knicks an opportunity to chip into this lead, and the Knicks are not taking advantage of their offensive opportunities here. Brunson driving it down. Leaves it off for Anunoby. A wide open right wing 3. Right corner 3. Got that one to go down. Okay, OG. Maybe OG is going to be the guy to step up here. Forgot to restart the timer. My apologies. 9:30 to go. Our timer will catch up at some point here. Harden kicks it out to nobody, but Wade able to recover the loose ball. Swings it over to Mitchell. Mitchell up top, dancing with it, coming to his right, showing a double team, swings it over to Wade. Wade's going to attack the open space, kicks it out to a wide open James Harden on the left wing, and of course he knocks that one down. Not very good defense from the Knicks and a timeout. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying it again. But get Josh Hart out of this basketball game, man. Brian Jacobs was a Brian Allen dominating Putty Cat. I mean, not really the moment to say it when Cat has 11-6 and Allen has 14-7. Those are just 2 really good centers going at it right now. We might have 2 different definitions of dominating if you think that's domination, brother. Brian said, where's Landry Shamet? I'm wondering the same things, man. I'm wondering the same things. Canton said Josh is the 6th man of the year waiting to happen. If only. If only. Just get into his head like, hey, man, you can get an award. You can get an award. You can get an award if you came off the bench, Josh. K-Ox said the Knicks look gassed and overmatched. A little bit. A little bit. I don't know if gassed is the word I would go with, but I could see it. I could see it. Walking out said, thank goodness I didn't put money on this game. I would have been screwed. Brian said, eye test shows Jared Allen is playing with something to prove. I mean, of anybody on the court who needs something to prove in this matchup is Jared Allen, who has been sunned by the Knicks more times in his career than not. Nate Yak said Mitch and Shamit coming in now. They better. They better. I better not see the same lineup coming out from Mike Brown. Knicks down 11. Just that said, Huck looked fast last game. Sure. Huck Porty comes with his own issues. I wish he was a little bit better this season. Haven't seen the improvement I want to see from Huck. But, yeah, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad at all last game. Brian said Allen has his good friend James with him now. He does. He does. James Harden has made Jared Allen look like a really good basketball player again. Whereas earlier in the season, Jared Allen really struggling. Just that, who sub? Nobody yet. We'll check it out when we come out of the timeout here. But I hope we come out with some substitutions. I hope he doesn't put out the same lineup who has just been really struggling to guard this Cavs team. This starting lineup in particular. They looked their best with Mitchell Robinson and Karl-Anthony Towns in the game at the same time. They looked at their best when they matched the double big lineup from the Cavs. Right? If the Cavs are going to start Allen and Mobley, the Knicks going small with Towns and Anunoby. Anunoby has not been very good tonight overall, although he did knock down a 3. Hopefully we get a much better second half performance here from OG. I would go earlier to the double big lineup myself. First of all, it gives you an opportunity to play, your 5 best players between Robinson, especially with Deuce McBride out with the injury. I'd say your 5 best players. But. Ahmed said, I think Hart is upset about Alvarado being the new fan favorite, taking his role. I don't think that at all. All right, here we go. Brunson bringing it down. He has it up top. Jared Allen switches onto him. Brunson dancing with it. Mid-range jumper over him. Can't get it to go. Brunson gets knocked to the floor. No foul call. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell bringing it down, coming to his left off the Allen screen, driving it down in the lane, fends off of Towns, can knock down the lefty floater, rebound knocked out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart pushing the pace. It's a 3-on-2 fast break over to Bridges, transition 3, can't get it to go, long rebound back to Bridges, mid-range jumper, got it to go from Mikal. 8:30 to go, Harden bringing it down against Brunson, knocks Brunson over. Brunson flops to the floor looking for the foul. He doesn't get it. But Mitchell standing on the base on the sideline as they swing the ball to him. Ball back to the Knicks. They catch a break there. Gigi said, same lineup. Hopefully they give us what we need to see. Just that said, too early to sub? Never too early to sub. Never too early to sub. Not my opinion. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that should be a thing. Brunson has it up top being guarded by Wade. They get over to Anunoby. Anunoby pulls it out being guarded by Harden. Directing in some traffic. Inside pass to Bridges cutting to the rim. Pump fake. Draws the foul, Mobley. And 2 free throws for Mikal Bridges. Angel A1 said they can only go up from here. I mean, they were trailing by 10. They could definitely go further down than 10. They could trail by 20 plus. Just that said, 2 turnovers in a row. You like to see that? Absolutely. Maybe they just needed a stern talking to. Mikal Bridges knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Great pass from Anunoby to Bridges, by the way. A great cut from Mikal Bridges down the middle of the lane. And he draws the foul on Mobley there. Nice pump fake. Cantan said, Huck Porty beat the Cavs single-handedly the first game we played from the season. Watch the game. I did watch the game, brother. As a matter of fact, we streamed it. So you can go back and watch the stream from there. And I will tell you, he did not beat them single-handedly. He was a part of the win, for sure. He was a big part of the win. But saying he beat them single-handedly is crazy. Harden bringing it down, has it to his right. Pocket pass to Jared Allen down the lane, gets fouled. Foul on Brunson or Towns? Is that Towns who puts his hand up? That would be Towns' first foul. I think it's a foul on Brunson. They're giving him free throws. 2 free throws for Jared Allen here. Sulfuric. Sulfuric and Soul. What's up, Soul? Why can't Cat post? Put in Mitchell Robinson, throw out Bridges and Hart, and you'll win the game. Bridges has been solid tonight. As Jared Allen knocks down both free throws, Bridges has been solid tonight. We don't need to pull up Bridges right now. Josh Hart, on the other hand, sure. I'd put in Mitchell Robinson for him, but it's still a 9-point deficit. Brunson bringing it down. Swings it out to Anunoby. Hands it back off to Brunson. Brunson up top, being guarded by Harden. Crosses over to his left. Between the legs, pulls it back and gets fouled by Harden. Slapped in the face. Gigi said Allen single-handedly beating the Knicks. Not single-handedly. But he is forming a nice, solid 3-man run here for the Cavs. 16 for Allen, 14 for Harden, 17 for Mitchell. Everybody getting on the action for the Cavs right now. The Knicks need somebody to step up alongside Brunson and Towns. Bridges, eyeing to be that guy, steps back, swings it out to Anunoby in the corner, being guarded by Harden. Anunoby stepped back 3 over Harden. That's a tough shot, but the shot clock was winding down. Can't get it to go. Mobley with the rebound, bringing it down the other way. It is not lost on me that a lot of the Knicks offense is settling for a lot of contested shots with the shot clock winding down. Gee, I wonder why. They get it into Mobley in the post, being guarded by Josh Hart. Loses the handle, picks it up, kicks it out to Harden. Harden, with the shot clock winding down against Anunoby, step back, deep straightaway 3. Too strong, can't get it to go. Mikal Bridges with the rebound. I really like the way Mikal Bridges is playing, especially in this third quarter right now. Josh Hart bringing it down. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson swings it out to Bridges. Left corner 3 for Mikal. He's feeling it. Can't get that one to go. Towns skying for the offensive rebound and gets fouled. There you go, Big Cat. There you go. 6:45 to go. Quickly approaching the halfway point of this third quarter, and it's still a 9-point deficit for the Knicks, not making much of a run here. Soul said Sochan, Cat, and Mitch. I don't know what the fascination is with the Knicks fan base and Jeremy Sochan, but he has not proven to be good at basketball so far. Josh Hart, a pull-up 3, can't get it to go. As the Cavs just continue to not guard him. And Josh Hart continues to misfire. James Harden behind the back pass to nobody. Bridges jumps the passing lane, able to outbeat Sam Merrill to it, and then Sam Merrill gets fouled with Bridges going to the rim. There you go, Mikal. There you go. Soul said we need defense. And what and what about Jeremy Sochan tells you that he's been very good defensively so far? He is a theoretical defender. Not actually a good defender. Also, just because you play defense and you're getting stops does not mean you're going to be chipping away at the lead if you can't score on the other end. As Mikal Bridges misses a free throw. Come on, Mikal. I'm trying to shout you out, brother, but you got to knock down your free throws. Student said, I really don't like the way Coach Brown has been making some decisions in this game. Don't love him. Don't love him either, Susan. Don't love him. James Harden bringing it down. Has it up top. Being guarded by Anunoby. Coming to his left. Stops. Pocket pass to Jared Allen in the paint. Stops. Turns. Spins. Ball knocked out of his hands. Josh Hart dives for it. Good defense between Hart and Towns. Brunson bringing it down the other way. Knicks get a nice stop there. Brunson down the lane against Tyson. Stop. Fall away. Bullet pass inside to Josh Hart. A bad pass from Brunson. And a hit ahead over to James Harden. And Brunson hustles his butt down the court and chases down James Harden and strips him. The ball is going to remain here with the Cavs, but excellent hustle from Jalen Brunson. And that's exactly what you got to do. He made a poor decision, tried to throw the bullet pass inside to Josh Hart cutting down the middle of the lane. He did not have the angle for it. It went through his hands. It was a bad pass from Brunson, a bad decision. He definitely fouled James Harden there, by the way. That's definitely a foul on Brunson. Did they call a foul or did they call it out of bounds? They called it out of bounds. That was definitely a foul. We got away with one. It's fine. Cool. We'll take it. They get it into Jared Allen. Jared Allen being guarded by Mitchell Robinson, who has come in for Towns. And guess what? Mo Diawara is in the game. We got Mo Diawara action, y'all. There we go. Mike Brown is seeing what we're seeing. Brunson coming to his left, kicks it out the Bridges, attacking to his right. Baseline pull-up jumper, not a great shot, can't get it to go. Tyson with the rebound. On the weak side, here comes Schroeder. Mikal Bridges got to stop settling for these contested fall-away mid-range shots, man. Keep the offense moving. They swing it up top to Tyson. Tyson gets it over to Jared Allen. Jared Allen kicks it out to Harden. Harden being guarded by Bridges. Harden coming to his right up the Jared Allen screen. On the right wing, driving it down, step back, baseline fall-away jumper. Can't get that one to go. Robinson secures the rebound. We're out there with a lineup of Bridges, Brunson, Diawara, Robinson, and Shamet. I love it. Here comes Shamet. Now I'm into it. Now I'm hyped. Shamet has it up top, being guarded by Tyson to get over to Brunson. Brunson on the right wing, being guarded by Schroeder. Brunson dancing with it, coming to his left, puts him in the post, bagging him down, bagging him down, bagging him down. Stop. Fall-away foul line jumper. Too strong, can't get it to go. Tyson with the rebound. Didn't love that. Didn't love that. Harden hit ahead to Schroeder. Schroeder on the left wing being guarded by Brunson. Spins coming to his left. Shoves it over to Allen. Allen throws up a tough floater. Got it to go over Robinson. Jared Allen just playing with a ton of confidence right now. Back to a 10-point game it goes. Knicks have had their opportunities to chip away at this lead. But just because you get a stop does not mean anything. You have to compound it with a score. Sham at the right corner three. Can't get it to go in the relocation. And now here comes the Cavs. Harden putting his head down, attacking. Scoop play with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Robinson secures the rebound. Quick outlet to Brunson. It is a 3-on-3 fast break to get over to Shamet. Over to Diawara. Wide open. Mo Diawara, line me up. Can't get it to go. Dennis Schroeder with the rebound. Here comes Dennis Schroeder. Hit ahead to James Harden. On the other side, right corner, right wing three. Got it to go down. And you get a wide open three for your guy. Can't knock it down. You get a wide open three for the other guy because of the missed three. And he knocks it down on the right wing. And you're now down by 13 points with 4 minutes to go here in the third. Just that's it. Allen 18-9. Playing very well. This is what happens when you actually have a point guard to feed your rolling big man. Jared Allen is a finishing big man. He is a play finisher. He's an excellent roller as the big. Right? He's got a nice soft touch. But if you don't have a point guard, which they have not had majority of the season because Darius Garland was hurt, you can't take advantage of the things that Jared Allen actually provides to your team. Now that you have James Harden, you can actually take advantage of that. I will tell you, I've been waxing poetic about Mikal Bridges here. He's 5 for 15. He's got 15 points on 15 shot attempts. I like that he's actually trying to get the offense going here. But if he settles for one more contested mid-range jumper, man, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind. Jay Davis said, Mo on the side, cold as ice. Brown should have got him in earlier for at least a few. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get on Mo Diawara for missing a wide open corner three after he's been sitting for a game and a half here. Right? Did not play the last game. Did not play the first half here tonight. He's been going to Sochan over Diawara, obviously to give Sochan an opportunity. That makes sense. He said he was going to do it. It makes sense to do. It makes sense to give him an opportunity. But Mo Diawara is just better in almost every aspect. He's a better shooter. He's a better passer. He's a better mover without the ball, especially on the perimeter, not necessarily as a cutter. I think Sochan's a better cutter, but Mo Diawara just fits this team better now that they got him back in the game. It's a 13-point deficit, 4 minutes to go in the third. Get it to around 8 or below going into the fourth quarter, and I'll be all right. Judge that to Shamet at minus 16. Shamet's not really providing the things he needs to provide. 2 points tonight for Landry Shamet. The kind of night you're really missing a Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride, severely underrated in his impact on this team. So said the New York Knicks want to be down by 18 because I can do what they did, because then they can do what they did to the Rockets. That's not going to work. I don't think they want to be down 18 at all, brother. Mark said, this is concerning. Let's be honest with ourselves. Concerning in what way? I mean, I think any loss you have is concerning because you don't want to lose basketball games, but the Knicks have not played particularly well tonight, which I guess is the concerning aspect. But as far as the matchups go, the Knicks could play way better than they have so far tonight. Way better. They just haven't played well enough. Gento said Harden is one of those NBA players I think could be an alien. He's definitely a weird guy for sure. Cantan Music said, as long as Brown plays the right players, we will win, no doubt. Got to play the right players. Got to be smart with your rotations. Got to be good with your game plan. Players have to be better at executing the game plan. Got to knock down your open looks. All of the things. All of the things. Brian said Knicks have a lot of concerns. Then at least they've been there before. Who cares about the regular season? I mean, I think you should definitely care about the regular season. And I think there are, sure, concerns with the team. Absolutely. No doubt. I don't know if this game is making me more concerned about the Knicks other than like the concerns we've already had, right? I don't think there are any new concerns that have propped up to me during this game, is my point. Like the concerns are there for sure, as always, but they're the same concerns I've always had. Brunson, a foul line pull-up jumper, can't get it to go, but Robinson with the tip on it in. There you go, Big Mitch. I think this is the night Mitchell Robinson should have played a little bit more than he has. I don't love the uses of Mitch tonight. Tyson, a wide open right wing three, got it to go. Mo Diawara has to be better at closing that out. He is a knockdown three-point shooter. He's shooting like 47% from three-point range this year. Mo Diawara's got to be smarter than that. Got to close out. Got to close out. Landry Shamet has it up top. Pulls it out. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right. He's got a lane. Swings it out. Mo Diawara wide open. Mo Diawara can't get it to go. Jared Allen with the rebound. Here comes Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder has it on the right wing. Attacking Brunson off the bounce. Pulls it out. Dennis Schroeder coming to his left off the Jared Allen screen. And defensive 3 seconds on the Knicks. I think it's on Mo Diawara. And that is a couple of mistakes stacking up in a row for Mo. That is too far from Mo Diawara. They're showing the replay in the Tyson open three. Donovan Mitchell at the foul line for one. Brian said Robinson was the difference in the first half. Reggie said, so Reggie has never made a good basketball point in his life, brother. If you're listening to Reggie Miller for basketball opinions, I don't know what to tell you, Brian. I don't know what to tell you. Al Machinery said absolutely no Knicks players had a killer instinct. Yeah, brother. The guy who won Clutch Player of the Year doesn't have a killer instinct, sure. Dennis Schroeder has it up top, being guarded by Alvarado. Coming to his right, driving it down, inside pass to Dean Wade under the rim, pulls it back out with Robinson standing by him to get it over to Mitchell. Pump fakes, coming to his right, Euro steps down the lane, scoop play with the right hand, can't get it to go. Alvarado with the rebound, we're pushing it the other way. Brunson over Alvarado. Alvarado with the transition pull-up three, comes up well short, long rebound. Schroeder knocks it off of Alvarado. It's going to go back to the Cavs. Great smart play from Dennis Schroeder there. Michael Rogers, what's up, Michael? Where's Shamet? He's been invisible tonight. 2 points on 1 for 4 shooting. Captain Mastiff, what's up, Cap? So far, Cleveland showing us how it gets it done. Yeah, so far, they're hooping. They get it out to Dean Wade. Dean Wade over to Mitchell. Mitchell up top. Brunson switches onto him. Mitchell pulls it all the way out, looking to isolate. In and out dribble, coming to his left. Step back three, in rhythm. Can't get it to go, though. Shamet, good box out and rebound. Here comes Landry Shamet bringing it down. A little over 2 minutes to go. Shamet has it up top, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Sam Merrill, coming to his left. Dean Wade now switches onto him. Brunson, dribble, pull up, straightaway three. Can't get that one to go. Robinson, the offensive rebound, quicks it out to Alvarado, left corner three. Can't get it to go. Jose Alvarado, 2 points, 1 for 4 from three. Can knock down a three tonight. The Knicks' three-point shooting has gone ice cold. Jordan Clarkson is at the scores table. Mike Brown is getting desperate for offense right now, for shot making. Dennis Schroeder kicks it over to Tyson. Tyson being guarded by Diawara, coming to his left, driving it down. Scoop play with the left hand, gets blocked by Robinson, but Dean Wade right there for the offensive rebound and putback as Mitchell Robinson came over for the block shot. And it's a 16-point deficit for the Knicks. It's gone the other way. I said get it to 8. It's gone up to 16. They get it out to Diawara. He's going to take the lane. Pump fake. Kicks it back out to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right against Alvarado. Coming to his left now. They show a double team. Extra pass to Alvarado. Back to Diawara. No hesitation. Three from Mo. Throws up an air ball. Robinson the offensive rebound. Scoop layup. Can't get it to go. But a foul. It's going to send Mitchell Robinson to the foul line for 2. 1:09 to go in this third quarter. Jason said, oh Lord, we're in trouble when JC gets up. Mike Brown trying to push the right buttons here, man. He's trying to push the right buttons. But yeah, we're going to Jose Alvarado. Man. Conrad got bands. What's up, Conrad? If you can't shoot three, stop shooting. Not a bad point. Mitchell Robinson misses the first free throw. All right, come on, Mitch. Knock down this next one, please. I'll take 50%. Clarkson coming in for Mo Diawara. Al-Mashrini said you can't count on Brunson to win every game. Sure. Robinson misses both. Dean Wade with the rebound. Here comes Donovan Mitchell bringing it down. Mitchell has it up top. Dancing with it. Mitchell pulls it out. Good defense for them. They swing it over to Tyson. Good job from Clarkson to close out the airspace to get over to Merrill. Merrill inside to Tyson, rolling to the rim. Throws up a high floater. Got it to go. Whoa. Shot that floater all the way up there. Went out of the camera view, and he got it to drop down. It's just a tough shot made from Jalen Tyson there. Robinson was there to contest the floater. Brunson driving to his right. They're trailing by 18. Fall-away jumper for Brunson. Can't get it to go. Mitchell with the rebound, pushing it the other way. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Mitchell head down, driving it down, leaves it off to Tyson. Tyson shovels it out to Schroeder. Pump fakes, driving to his left. In the lane, throws up the floater. Can't get the floater to go, but Dean Wade right there. Can't get the putback. Brunson with the rebound. They're going to bring it down the other way, and they should hold it for the final shot, and they will. I think Angel A1's Roman in the chat earlier, when it was at a 10-point or 8-point deficit, said can't get any worse than this. It's now 18. 83-65. Brunson directing traffic. Brunson crosses over to his left. Tries to throw up the floater, gets blocked out of bounds by Wade. Dan Johnson, what's up, Dan? They're not good enough? I definitely see where the opinion comes from. I disagree. But I get the sentiment. .9 on the clock in this third. Gigi said, the role player, Josh Hart, has more shots than Cat. That tells you all you need to know about this team. We've talked about why Josh Hart is taking so many shots tonight, brother. Josh Hart puts up a jumper at the buzzer here. Can't get it to go. And this is the lowest scoring quarter the Knicks have had all season. An absolutely abject disaster of a quarter for the Knicks. It was some putrid basketball being played. And you guys want to wonder why Jordan Clarkson is out there? That is because the Knicks scored an abysmal 11 points in the quarter. Defense wasn't even that bad. The Cavs scored 23. Wasn't even that bad of a defensive quarter. They scored 23. The Knicks scored 11. 11. You could be playing the Washington Wizards. If you score 11 points in a quarter, you're going to be losing the game. And the Knicks are down by 18 now. So they're going to need to find a way to do what they did to the Houston Rockets the other night. Mark said lowest scoring quarter of the year. Lowest scoring quarter of the season. Yep. 11 points. 11. See, this is a thing also where, like, sometimes you need to just throw your rotations out the window for a game and go, Carl, can you give us 38, 40 minutes tonight? Right? There are times where you're just like, you know what? Jeremy Sochan, I know I said I'd give you an opportunity, but not tonight. Jordan Clarkson, can you give us some minutes tonight? Like, I get him going to Jordan Clarkson. I get that a little bit. 11 points in a quarter is truly horrendous. Truly horrendous. They're gonna need an explosive fourth quarter here. They can do it. We've seen them do it, but asking them to do it again after they just recently did it to the Rockets is asking for a lot. This is not a good game overall for the Knicks. This fourth quarter has been horrendous. Part of it is Mike Brown experimenting with the rotations and the roster yet again. Part of it is the Knicks players just not playing well enough. Part of it is them missing too many open looks. Right? It's a lot of that. Canton said Knicks are in the top 5 of the NBA. I think technically they are, right? Thunder are up 12 on the Raptors, by the way. I said we'd go around the league, and we didn't. So we're going to run the league real quick before we start the fourth here. Got 12 minutes of basketball left, down 18. Let's see if the Knicks can pull off yet another miracle, putting themselves in a position where they're going to need to do it again. Jeff Brown said Cavs are 24-1 going to the fourth. I assume leading going into the fourth, Jeff. But that's a heck of a record. Knicks are trying to make it 24-2. Hawks are smacking down the Wizards as usual. I saw that picture. Anthony Gill was up on there. I thought that was Trae Young. I was like, whoa. Yak said, I'm not afraid of them in a 7-game series. Me either, Yak. Me either. But, battling for seeding here in the standings. So, you would hope they'd give a better performance tonight. Mavericks up on the Nets. Thunder up by 10 on the Raptors here. 9 minutes to go in the fourth. We know our Knicks Cavs coverage going on. Hornets up by 14 on the Bulls. Bucks and Miami in a close one. Warriors and Pelicans in a close one. Suns Celtics in a close one. They just started their second quarter, though. So, long time coming for that. You got Timberwolves Blazers later tonight. You got Lakers Magic later tonight. And the 76ers found a way to beat the Indiana Pacers, who are tanking, who ultimately ended up just kind of giving this game away in the third quarter. All right, here we go. Landry Shamet bringing the ball down. Take Cowboy said, overall, we are not playing good ball. No, we are not. No, we are not. No other way to describe it other than just some pretty bad basketball all around. Alvarado has it up top. This is who the Knicks are coming out with. Anunoby, Towns, Alvarado kicks it out to Josh Hart, kicks it up top to Shamet. A wide open straightaway three for Landry Shamet. Can't get it to go. Generating good open looks. Can't knock him down. Anunoby, Towns, Hart, Shamet, Alvarado. The Cavs come out with Mobley, Mitchell, Schroeder, Tyson, and Ellis. Mobley spins off of Shamet down the lane. Almost turns it over. But it is a foul on Jose Alvarado. Brian said, don't be hating on my Pacers. What is the hate? What is the hate, brother? I just said they were tanking, which is objectively true. Sadu Berry, what's up, Sadu Berry? Farm Boy TV said, Coach, thanks for giving JC a warm-up jog. Yeah, he didn't even start Jordan Clarkson in the fourth quarter there. I don't know what was the purpose of bringing him in then if you weren't going to really give him an opportunity here to get the scoring going. Amy Machua said, what's worse, this game or the State of the Union? I don't know. I can't comment on the other thing going on tonight. Mobley splits the free throws. It is a 19-point deficit. If the Knicks do end up pulling this off, this will then be their largest comeback of the season. But to put yourselves in this situation is tough. Towns hands it off to Shamet. Shamet has it up top. Shamet coming to his right. Slips and falls. And now here comes Mitchell. Euro stepping down the lane. Smokes the layup. Towns with the rebound. Home run pass. Ellis does a great job getting back on defense, but he can't save it from going out of bounds. Good hustle from Shamet to try and keep it alive, but Shamet is hunched over, holding on to his shorts. Is he hurt or something? No, he seemed fine. Just kind of trying to walk it off a little bit, I guess. Joe's dad said, Mike Brown got to wave the white flag. Got to wave the white flag. Canton said, imagine how a good player feels with Sochan in this lineup. Imagine how Diawara felt getting benched for Sochan. Players are human. Bad vibes, Brown. I mean, everybody knew he was going to give the guy a chance. Towns spins in the lane, kicks it out to Josh Hart, extra pass to Anunoby, pump fakes, fly-by defense from the Cavs inside to Shamet, kicks out to Alvarado, an open three, and he rattles it in. Finally, a three-point shot went down for the Knicks. Great ball movement from the Knicks. Joe's dad said, shoot all threes from here on out. I mean, they're getting good open ones. They're just not knocking them down. That was Alvarado's first three of the night, and he's had like 3 or 4 open looks tonight. So Mobley has it up top, being guarded by Towns, crossing over to his left, down the lane, off glass, can't get it to go, but a foul on Karl Anthony Towns will send Mobley to the foul line for 2 more free throws. David Osh Jr. said, Mike Brown needs to go on the injured list. Mike Brown is experimenting with his rotations and his lineups, and it may have thrown the Knicks off a little bit, which is why with 20 games to go, you might not want to be experimenting with your rotations in your lineup. I blame the front office a little bit as well for bringing in Jeremy Sochan. It was not a good signing. I know a lot of you guys liked it. I did not like it. I'm rooting for his success, but he just doesn't fit this team. I went over in the pregame Just doesn't fit this team. Mobley splits the free throws. Jose Alvarado bringing it down against Dennis Schroeder. 10-10 to go. Alvarado has it up top. Trying to direct some traffic to get over to Josh Hart. Back to Alvarado. Alvarado driving past the defense. Kicks it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart wide open for a three. Got it to go. Back-to-back threes for the Knicks. Gets it to a 14-point game with under 10 to go. All right. Got to make some magic happen. Dennis Schroeder throws off Karl Anthony Towns' foot. It's a kick ball. It'll stay here with the Cavs. G-Force didn't need 10 rebounds from Cap. Probable. I mean, he's got 7. Sure, probable. David said Mike Brown doesn't fit this team. I think Mike Brown fits this team better than Tom Thibodeau did, but that is saying something because I don't think I don't think Tom Thibodeau fit this team at all. Air ball from Jalen Tyson on the left wing for 3. Alvarado bringing it down. All right, they got to stop. Towns, pump fakes, drive him to his right, down the lane, kicks out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart doesn't want to shoot the 3, pulls it back out. They get it to Anunoby in the post, being guarded by Schroeder. Drive him to his right in the lane, kicks it out to Shamit. Relocation 3, gets caught in the air. Great closeout from Ellis, but he was out of bounds anyway when he caught the ball. So the ball is going back to the Cavs. Too many mistakes from Landry Shamit tonight, man. Too many mistakes. Ozahar said there is time, but they need stops. They need both stops and scores. Just getting stops are not good enough. You got to compound them with scores. Mobley has it up top, then get it over to Schroeder. Schroeder coming to his right. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go. Shaman knocks the rebound over to nobody. Shaman has not been good tonight, man. He has not been good at all. They get it over to Mitchell on the relocation for a 3, and he got it to go. If you can't grab the rebound, knock it to somebody. Don't just knock it out of the air. Come on, man. Get Landry out of this game. Get Mikal Bridges in. Get Landry Shaman out of this game. Jose Alvarado on the right corner. Over to Towns, back to Alvarado. Alvarado on the right wing. Pulling it out, trying to get it to Towns. They can't get it to Towns. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. Battling Karl Anthony Towns for post positioning. Mark said 16 turnovers, 38% shooting. They've not shot it well at all. They have not shot it well at all. Towns does knock down the free throw. I'm not sure what the free throw was. A technical? I guess it was a technical on Donovan Mitchell, clapping it up after picking up the foul. Jersey, that said, Coach Tibbs coached Cat better. That's what shows the most. Brown has to be better overall coach. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns put up better numbers overall last year, but I think he's had an overall better impact this year for the Knicks. Brunson coming to his left, being guarded by Mobley. Brunson dancing with it, sees a double team. Now they retreat. Brunson picks up his handle, kicks it over to Towns. Towns in the post against Tyson, backing him down, drop step in the lane, lefty hook, got it to go for Karl Anthony Towns. Feeding him in the post, I like that, but it's still a 14-point deficit. Towns' only 5th shot, by the way. We got to play through Karl Anthony Towns. You got to play through Karl Anthony Towns. He's up to 14 points on 5 shot attempts, partly because he's gotten fouled on a couple occasions. Ellis down the court, kicks it out to Harden, right corner 3 over Anunoby, got it to go. And this is why you can't put yourself in situations like this, because now they're trading baskets, but you're down by double digits. Can't afford to be trading baskets here. They go over to Josh Hart. Towns cutting along the baseline. Inside pass to Bridges. Bridges, a wild reverse layup. Can't get it to go. Just hit a pump fake, man. Just hit a pump fake, trying to get too fancy. Ellis has it. Gets it out to Tyson. Tyson in the lane. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Mitchell left corner 3. Way off, but Mobley right there for the offensive rebound and put back and a timeout from the New York Knicks. Trailing by 19 with 7:30 to go, and this comeback is looking highly unlikely. Scott Richards, what's up, Scott? Cavs fired Brown. They knew. They fired Brown like 2 decades ago, brother. A decade ago. They fired him like a decade ago. But sure, they knew. Just that's at Kolek and JC time. Seems like back to the drawing board they go. They got to do a lot more to this team. Got to play through your stars a lot more. Karl Anthony Towns with 5 shot attempts. I get he's gotten fouled on a couple of shot attempts, so they played through him a little bit more than what the box score is showing, but you got to find ways to get him more shots. You got to run more plays for him. You got to just clear. The way they clear it out and say, hey, Jalen Brunson can go one-on-one here is the same way they need to do for Karl Anthony Towns. Give it to him in the post, in the high post, clear it out for him on the wing, and just say, all right, brother, go one-on-one. It's not great offense, but every team does it for their stars. Because they're star players, they can score in one-on-one situations, and it puts pressure on the defense to have to really worry about them. Trust your stars to make good decisions. Karl Anthony Towns has made really good decisions tonight, and he's been making really good decisions as of late. And that has been a huge that's been a huge deficiency in his game throughout his career. This season, he's done a really good job of making really good, really smart decisions. And to just, you got to play through more in terms of like give him the ball and get out of the way. Same way you do for Brunson, you know? Every team does it for their stars. The Cavs do it for Harden. They do it for Mitchell. The Clippers do it for Kawhi. The Thunder do it for SGA. The Pistons do it for Cade. Like every team has these moments where you give your star the ball and you go, okay, screw the offense. You can do what you need to do, right? Because every star needs to feel special. Sometimes coaching isn't about the X's and O's. Sometimes coaching is about knowing what buttons to push for your team in terms of getting this guy going or making that guy feel good, right? And I'm harping on the Towns 5 field goal attempts because ultimately in a game where Anunoby gives you 5 and Josh Hart gives you 10 on 4 for 11 shooting and Mikal Bridges is 5 for 16 from the floor, you need your stars to step up. Brunson's 4 for 13 for 14 points. Towns is 5 for 5 for 14 points. Got to go through Towns a little bit more. I think I would have leaned on the little big lineup tonight. See, part of it, too, is that, you know, we are discussing it as if this is like a do-or-die game. Absolutely need to win it. And I think Mike Brown is utilizing these opportunities in this regular season to experiment with the rotations. You know, he played Sochan in the first half, which was not good. It did not go good, did not go well at all. There was not a single moment Jeremy Sochan was on the court that I thought, oh, this is solid. I like what Sochan's bringing right now. And I don't mean to harp on Jeremy Sochan, but he's not a fit on this team. There's a reason why the Spurs just bought him out. There's a reason why they didn't even look to trade him. You know, there were teams that were willing to trade for him at the deadline, and ultimately they were just like, nah, we'll just buy the rest of your contract out, brother. Go pick whatever team you want to go to. You know, there was a reason. Dual Force, what's up, Dual Force? We're going to get absolutely cooked in the playoffs? Nah, I don't know, brother. The regular season is different than the playoffs. It's definitely a possibility. This Knicks team is not inspiring confidence. Absolutely. Bridges gets it over to Towns. Towns gets it over to Bridges. Bridges has it up top, being guarded by Ellis. Swings through to his right. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson, jab step. Puts up the 3. Got it to go. Okay. 7:15 to go. What you got for me, Knicks? You got some magic in you. I won't get excited until you put me in a position to be excited. Mobley in the paint, puts up the floater, got it to go. Nice solid move from Evan Mobley there. It is an 18-point deficit for the Knicks. Brunson has it up top, coming to his left off the Anunoby screen. Brunson crossing over to his left on Harden, down the lane, kicks it out to Anunoby, wide open, right corner 3, line me up. Can't get it to go. And a loose ball foul on the Cavs, trying to keep Towns off the glass. I don't know how many times Jalen Brunson and or Karl Anthony Towns or anybody else on this team could generate an open look for guys like Anunoby or Shamit or Alvarado or Josh Hart and for them to just brick shots. But it has been brutal. It has been brutal. They get it into Towns. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson on the right wing being guarded by Harden. Hesitation move, blows past him, step back, pump fake, draws the foul. Can't get the shot to go, but he'll go to the foul line for 2. Beautiful move from Jalen Brunson. Joel Palin, what's up, Joel? New York Knicks don't have no level? I don't know about that, brother. Steven Smith, what's up, Steve? The team was tailor-made for Tibbs as a defensive specialist. No, it was not, brother. No, it was not. Not with your 2 best players being bad defensively. I don't know how you could think it was tailor-made when your 2 best players are bad defensively. Deuce, Bridges, OG, DiVincenzo, and Grimes, now Sixer. That's why Mr. Dolan needs to stay out of the locker room. Grimes was traded because they were not going to be able to pay him as a free agent. Didn't love that deal, but there's a reason why Grimes was on like 3 different teams before he ended up on the Sixers. Also, if they would have been able to hold on to Hardenstein, I tend to agree with you, but they were not. He's a Benedict Arnold and a traitor and left to Oklahoma City, which left the Knicks in a position to have to make a move. And guess what? They brought in an All-NBA, All-Star center who's been very good for them tonight. And the guys that they traded for, or the guys that they need to step up, and OG Anunoby with 5 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist tonight. A terrible showing for Anunoby. Mikal Bridges, 5 for 16 from the floor, not good enough. Landry Shamet, 1 for 5. Alvarado is, shooting whatever he's shooting. We could pull it up in a minute here, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough from your others. Offensive foul in the Cavs. Brunson did knock down both of his free throws. Can't say a team was tailor-made for a defensive specialist coach when your 2 best players are defensive liabilities. The Knicks have been better defensively this year under Mike Brown than they were last year under Thibodeau. Now, they have more options defensively, but that's also Mike Brown utilizing those options. Landry Shamet was on this team last year, and Mike Brown said, "Nah, I'm good. Let's not give Landry Shamet a single opportunity this season." Deuce McBride was on the team last year, and Tom Thibodeau was like, "Nah, I'm going to play in 11 minutes in an elimination game." Let's not act like Tom Thibodeau was a good coach last year. I am on the record, and I still believe this. Last year was arguably Tom Thibodeau's worst coaching performance of his entire career. Tom Thibodeau's a good coach, a really good coach. Last year, he was putrid. He was terrible last year as a coach. Mostly because this team does not fit him, and he tried to fit a square peg into a round hole. David M. said, dang this Knicks team. They build your hopes, then be on your hopes. They build you up just to knock you down, Dave. They build you up just to knock you down. Yeah, just when you think like, oh yeah, they're figuring things out, they're pulling it around, they had a nice, fun win against the Rockets. They dug out a gritty, disgusting win against the Bulls. You go up against the Cavs, fighting for the 3 seed. You think there's going to be a good game, come down to the stretch, and then they put up a bad performance. Tristan said Tibbs just beat down the starters all year. Yeah, and he had Deuce McBride, and he had Landry Shamet. He had some guys to be creative with. But, whatever. Last year is last year. This year is this year. Gigi said, Cash should just fake an injury and let these clowns figure it out as they're tarnishing his career. Towns, for a while now, has been the most consistent player on the team. For a while now. Last couple of weeks. Even going into the All-Star break, since the All-Star break, it's been really good. Silky Bubba, what's up, Silky? What happened to Thibodeau? He got fired. Got fired last year, brother. Let's look at this for our Knicks. Overall, the Knicks are 8 for 32 from 3, where the Cavs are 12 for 32 from 3. That is a 4 made 3 differential. That's 12 points. The Knicks are currently trailing by 17. So if all things were even in that regard, it would be a 5-point game still. The Knicks are 28 to 72 from the floor. They are losing the possession battle, 34 to 78 from the floor for the Cavs. Total rebounds, 36 to 40. They're losing the rebounding battle. They have more offensive rebounds than the Knicks do. The Knicks are not rebounding well at all right now. 21 assists to 19. Part of that is the Knicks just can't buy a basket consistently right now. Turnovers we want to see as well. The Knicks with 16 total turnovers. That's just way too many. Far more than their season average. J3 said, Chevy, it is concerning that we take these awful losses against Eastern foes. That's fair. That's fair. Too many times against the teams you know you're going to be playing against in the playoffs, you are not performing well against. Yeah, that's a reason to be concerned about for sure. For sure. The Cavs use the challenge. They win the challenge here. They get it to Harden on the inbounds. They won the challenge, so they get the ball back. coming to his left. Pocket pass to Jared Allen. Drops it off to Keon Ellis for the two-handed slam. Bruce said embarrassed. Had a day off, no excuses. I mean, there's no excuses. I mean, both teams had a day off. I don't think rest or fatigue or anything like that was even in the conversation. One team just played significantly better than the other. Offensive foul on Karl Anthony Towns. Hooking Jared Allen. Jan Araya. Jan, what's up, Jan? Mitchell Robinson comes in for Towns. We are past the halfway point. Harden down the lane. Pocket pass inside to Jared Allen. Gets fouled by Brunson, even though he was blocked by Robinson, but fouled down low by Brunson. Will send Jared Allen to the foul line for 2. And this one's all but over, but the final score. Another frustrating loss for our New York Knicks. Yet another frustrating loss. Gento said there are no strip clubs in Cleveland, so Harden is locked in. That is a very funny comment. And it's very true. Very true. There's nothing to do but focus on basketball for James Harden right now. And maybe that's the answer he's needed his whole career, right? Maybe that's the answer he's needed. Donald Moore Muse said, book club. All right, I will say, I have not been reading as of late. Part of it is that I've been doing other things, but I've been locked in last couple of days, we've been locked into doing as many games as possible. So I've not had the time to read. Also, during the All-Star break, I found it very difficult to get into the rhythm of getting back into reading our books because as Brunson drives it down, throws up the floater, can't get it to go. Robinson battling on the boards, can't grab it, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knicks. How many minutes did Mitch play tonight? It was very difficult to get back into the flow of reading books during the All-Star break because the usual thing I was doing was reading books after games, which I will not be doing tonight because I have things to do on the computer to set up for the next stream tomorrow. During the next break, we could also talk about the schedule coming up. Harden picks up a foul against Anunoby. Let's look at this. Mitchell Robinson has played 16 minutes tonight. 16. Josh Hart's played 26. How did Mo Diawara play 5 minutes and Sochan played 2? That feels wrong to me. Definitely felt like Sochan played more than 2 minutes. Either way. Robinson got the tip up and in. Who's the foul on? Stir Show said this is still an easy comeback win for the Knicks. I don't know about that, brother. They're down by 21 points with 5 minutes to go. I don't know about that. The dog catcher said less James Hardening and more soft Jimmyan. What? Isn't he a comeback win for the Knicks? I don't know about that. I just read that one. Dual Force said the mistake by the Lake beating our butts like we owe them money. Amy said, I'm reading the first book of Proust's Remembrance of Things Past. Ooh. It's got a lot of impressive translated vocabulary. Nice. I thought about, there were 3 books I thought about reading, getting into. Either Frankenstein, which I started, but I literally only read a couple of pages. As in started, I read the first couple of pages and that was it. Either Frankenstein or getting into Hitchhiker's Guide for the Galaxy, or finally getting into Game of Thrones, getting into the Fire and Ice series, and those were my 3 options. I have, of all the ones I have the first book of Hitchhiker's Guide, and I have Frankenstein, but I figured, let me read Frankenstein. The issue with Frankenstein is that it just wasn't the right vibe, right? It's getting warmer outside, there's snow on the ground, and I just wasn't vibing with Frankenstein at the moment. So I was like, maybe I'll just read something else and we come back to we come back to Frankenstein around September, October, right? But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to go with yet. I will not be reading tonight. Usually I read after we do game coverages. I will not be reading tonight because also, by the way, all the shoveling we did today, I thought I'm going to take a regular half-hour nap before we have to do the game. And I ultimately ended up being asleep for like 2.5 hours. So I will not be tired after this game. And so I'm going to use the energy that I have to kind of clean up the area a little bit, set up a couple of things for tomorrow, get some work done in the computer for things that I've been meaning to do for everybody in terms of like the channel and the stream and the community. So I will be working on that tonight. FF2, what's up, FF2? I can't believe the Hornets are winning by 30 against the Bulls. You should check all the NBA school. We went around the league earlier. We did see that the Hornets were beating the Bulls. Bulls are not a very good team. Hornets taking care of business as they should. Yeah, the Hornets, 150. Oh, you guys can't see it. My apologies. 115-81. Disgusting score for the Bulls here, who are in full tank mode. Hornets continuing to be impressive. Heat Bucks locked in a tight one. Warriors Pelicans locked in a tight one. Celtics Suns locked in a tight one. Suns Gen. If you go ahead and take care of the Celtics tonight, I'd really appreciate that. You got Timberwolves Blazers. You got Magic Lakers later tonight. As far as the games that have wrapped up, 76ers beat the Pacers. Pacers in full tank mode, obviously. Want to keep that pick. Hornets beat the Wizards. Wizards in full tank mode. They want to keep that pick. The Mavericks beat the Nets, to be expected. And the Thunder beat the Raptors in a pretty well-contested game. Amy said full tank mode and we can't beat them. I mean, we did beat them. We beat the Bulls. It wasn't an impressive victory, but it was a victory. Captain said we tired the Bulls out. That's another way of looking at it. They gave their best shot to us and they were tired. Susan said, Coach Brown, experimenting time finished. Is Coach Brown's experimenting time finished? It should be. It should be. Sons Jen said, always trying. We got Grayson back at least. Devin Booker still out, Sons Jen? That's pretty funny. The Suns win their second challenge. So they don't have any more challenges. They do get their timeout back. They win the challenge. No foul on Keon Ellis. But they did ultimately rule that because the play continued, Mitchell Robinson got the layup. By the way, it should be a foul on Jalen Tyson then too, and Robinson should get free throws. Should get one more free throw. FF2 said, Loki, I can't lie, the Knicks need to lock in if they want to make the finals. Oh, for sure, brother, for sure. They're not going anywhere playing like this, obviously, right? They'll lose in the first round. I don't care who their matchup is, even though they should win. They'll lose in the first round. So it is 98-78. Okay. Harden has it up top, coming to his right. Swings it out to Merrill. Swings it over to Ellis. Ellis gets it up top to Merrill. This game's all but over, but the final score. You get it into Tyson. Tyson rolling down, throws up a high floater. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Robinson has it. Leaves it off for Bridges. Where are we at? We are 4:40 to go. Get over to Alvarado. Alvarado leads off for Brunson. Driving it down in the paint. Pump fake. Kicks it out to Anunoby. He'll drive it down. Kicks it out to Bridges. Straight away three for Bridges. Got it to go. It's going to be too little too late, though, for Mikal, knocking down these threes. 17-point deficit. 98-91, 4:20 to go. Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? They need some serious threes. Missing Deuce McBride every minute he's not out there. Every minute. I Like Shoes, what's up, I Like Shoes? Book club time, we just talked about books. We just talked about our books. We could talk about whatever you guys want. This game's all but over with the final score. This is, where is it? Where's my, oh, here it is. Here's my Hitchhiker's Guidebook. This is what I was thinking of reading instead of Frankenstein until we get to a more apt time to read Frankenstein, I figured. But I figured I might as well start the Hitchhiker series. Harden, pump fakes, swings it out to Ellis, driving to his right, down the lane, loses the handle. Ends up with Tyson, knocks down the floater, and one for Jalen Tyson. Serendipity for the Cavs. A lot of loose balls going their way. Anunoby stuck on 5 points here tonight is a rough look. Very much so. Tanaj, what's up, Tanaj? Do you think, hey, Knicks fans, you think tonight is bad for y'all last night? We lost at home against San Antonio, shooting 37% from the floor and 70% from three. Yeah, but that's kind of the way you play. You also didn't get blown out by the Spurs, right? Knicks getting blown out by the Cavs in a night. Like, the Knicks did not play well tonight, did not shoot it well. But Brunson misses a layup. Robinson, another offensive rebound, kicks it out to Anunoby. Anunoby launches a three, can't get it to go. Tyson with the rebound. OG Anunoby still stuck on 5 points. 2 for 9 shooting is a really bad look for OG Anunoby tonight. FF2 said, like y'all starting lineup is Haas, just y'all bench that sucks. Our starting lineup was bad today, brother. Josh Hart was bad. Mitchell Robinson was good. Alvarado provided a decent spark, although he could not knock anything down. Shaman was bad. Brunson knocks down a floater. It is a 16-point game with 3:10 to go. If they get stops and knock down a bunch of crazy threes, anything is possible, but obviously a very, very improbable outcome. FF2 said they have some injuries. The only injury we have is Deuce McBride, who's very integral to what the Knicks do, but should not be this integral. Should not be this integral, but he is very important. Spencer Manis, what's up, Spence? I need Cat one more point. Cat probably is done for the night with the Knicks getting blown out. Probably won't be inserted back into the game at any point. Funpei said, yeah, just start chucking them threes. Just start throwing them up there, man. I mean, I'd throw them up there behind the back. I start throwing them behind my head. I'll start throwing up 3-point hook shots. Just get them up there. It don't even matter anymore. It don't even matter anymore. Brunson, pull up right wing three. That's what I'm talking about. He missed it, and he runs over Donovan Mitchell going for the rebound. Keep crying, Houston. BTA, a little bit. 17-point deficit for the Knicks. A little bit of a beatdown. Funpei said, shout out the Harlem Globetrotters. I mean, just throw them up there, man. Just throw them up there at this point. I like Jay. Yeah, just come off that screen, put up that three, baby. It's the only chance you got down 17. Jensen said this whole team hinges on Deuce McBride. I think some people who are like, yeah, Deuce McBride, he's a nice young player. It's like, no, Deuce McBride is so integral to what this team does. As the Cavs empty their bench here. Oh, man. There's a young man with a giant bald spot on top of his head. Oh, my goodness. Cantan said, better medicine is good if it makes you better. Mike Brown must change or go. I might be inclined to agree, but somebody did make a good point. They are paying Tom Thibodeau still. They are still paying Tom Thibodeau. So I highly doubt they'll look to make another coaching change this offseason. FF2 said, Kobe White, 4 for 9 from the field. Hey, he made his return to the court today, his Hornets debut. 10.3 rebounds, 4 assists. Pretty good for a guy who has not played in 3 weeks. Probably longer. Yeah, great. Shout out Kobe White. Really excited for the Kobe White edition. Any team having to play the Hornets in the playoffs should be nervous. I think the Hornets are this year's version of what the Pistons did last year. They're surging right now. Mitchell knocks down his free throws. It is 104-85. An intentional foul to get Donovan Mitchell out of the game here. Shout out my guy D. Brown, who doesn't even have a picture. Shout out my guy D. Brown. Craig Porter Jr., Tyrese Proctor, Thomas Bryant, and Naquan Tomlin in the game. The Knicks also empty their bench. Jeremy Sochan, Dylan Jones, Mo Diawara, Ariel Hugporty, and Tyler Kolek in the game. Gento said still hazing rookies with the bald spot when sleeping rib. Maybe. K. Hayes said every player in the rotation has a very specific and important role. Yeah. I have said, and I kind of maintain, that this team is not deep enough in its skill sets to survive injuries to important players. Like as Thomas Bryant knocks down a three, it's been one of those nights where just shots are going down. I've not been keeping track of the Knicks score, by the way. It is 87. It is not. But the Knicks are not a good enough, deep enough team in order for that to take place. Tyler Kolek down the lane, swings it out. Mo Diawara finally knocks one down, Big Mo. All right, let's get back to Mo Diawara in the rotation. The Jeremy Sochan experiment was cute. You gave him an opportunity. It is not working out. Get Mo Diawara back in the rotation. Got to be winning basketball games, Mike Brown. Got to be winning these games. Jen Reyes said, I cashed tonight. I'm so thankful they took Mitchell out. Had him under 29.5 points. Yeah, didn't need a big Donovan Mitchell night. Everybody got in on the action for the Cavs. Not a good night for the Knicks. They could not keep up offensively. They had their worst offensive quarter of the season at 11 points in that third quarter. Never able to recover after that and just got progressively worse. Ozar said, Knicks like to play come from behind ball. I don't know if they like to. They've been forced to do it a lot this season. Unfortunately for them. Student said, you made this game a game. Knicks will turn it around. But I feel it's hard for Coach Brown to deal with multiple egos. It feels obvious, some of the things that could be done to make this team operate a little bit more smoothly, and to not really see them execute on that vision feels weird, man. Don't love that, right? Don't love that. It is 109-92 as Mo Diawara got another layup, by the way. Just play Mo Diawara over Sochan from this point forward. We tried Sochan. We gave him an opportunity. It was cute. Let's keep it moving. Fight for the loose ball. And that will pretty much end it. They'll dribble out the clock. They won't. They're going to look to get into the basket. Captain Massive said, if they outscore us by 31 points, it's a non-saver. Nana in pinochle terms? Oh, no. Don't let it happen, basketball gods. Suns Den said, it doesn't look like a bad experiment when I see Sham and Alvarado standing around a lot. I don't like whatever plan that is. I think they'll iron it out. I do too. I'm really not too worried. I'm not. This game doesn't make me feel any different way than I've already felt about the Knicks. It's obviously an extremely disappointing loss. They end up losing by 15 here. It's a very disappointing loss for the Knicks, 94-109. It sucks, especially when you're batting them. For the 3 seed, the Knicks will drop down to the 4 seed, and that's probably where they'll be, but not guaranteed to stay there. They're tied. They're still tied for the 3 seed with the Cavs, who are down a game. Ultimately, the same issues are still there for the Knicks, and it's a weird time later in the season here to be experimenting. They gotta just... Mike Brown, it's a little too late. It was just a bad pickup from the front. I blame the front office more for the Sochan experimentation than I do the coaching staff. You got to give him an opportunity after the front office signed him. So that's what he's doing. He's giving him an opportunity. It is very reminiscent to me of when this team traded for Cam Reddish and Tom Thibodeau was like, I don't want Cam Reddish. I don't want to use him. And then suddenly Cam Reddish had to be given an opportunity. Cam Reddish is a little bit better of an impactful player than Sochan is because Cam Reddish actually had capable offensive skills and some tools to work with. And the Knicks were not a championship contending team at that time. But Sochan, I talked about it in the pregame. I don't know what he adds to this team that they already didn't have options for. If you wanted defense, you have Anunoby, you have Bridges, you have Hart, you have Diawara, who's a solid defender, not a great defender, but a solid defender. You have Mitchell Robinson, right? If you wanted, I don't even know what else he provides other than an okay rebounder. I mean, an okay defender. I don't know what else he provides, right? If you want to play him as a wing defensive player, Anunoby, Josh Hart, Bridges, even Mo Diawara is a solid defender as an option there. But he's extremely limited, and in that situation, maybe you could play him as a small ball 5. But at that point, I think Robinson's versatile enough and is just a significantly better player all around than Sochan. And so, to me, there's just really no position to play him in. He's experimenting. He played Sochan in that first half. It was not good. Didn't really give them anything of value. And yeah, they didn't lose this game because they played Sochan. They lost this game because everybody played poorly. But yeah, I think just go back, iron out your regular rotations, and just try to build as much chemistry, confidence, and rhythm going into the playoffs. Right, we are in the last quarter stretch of the season here, so you're running out of time in the regular season. I think experimentation time is over, like Susan said, and we just got to get to playing good basketball. FF2 said, I think Cavs are going to sell in the playoffs. I just got a good feeling. I mean, it's hard to have confidence in this Cavs team when that's exactly what happened the past 2 seasons. I get it. Injuries played a factor in both runs. But when you have had the exits they've had in the last 2 postseasons, and you added James Harden, a career playoff dropper, in big games, it does not bode well for the confidence of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, maybe it'll work out for them, who knows, but we'll see. We will see. Angelo Harding, they should give out more, but they just let things go like they play poorly, no excuse. Yeah, they play poorly. There's really no excuse for it. They play poorly. Sometimes it's not your night and you play poorly. We're leaving here with something. Big Mitch had 15 rebounds. The Mitchell Robinson dominating the Cleveland Cavaliers agenda stays alive. We're leaving here with something. But, yeah, there really is nothing that I can point to where I'm like, oh, yeah, this is awesome. This was positive. We could pull this positively away from the game, other than the fact that Diawara played in the second half, which bodes well for his ability to maybe play in the next game and Mike Brown to ditch the Sochan experiment. Karl-Anthony Towns was 5 for 5, which is both good and bad. Ultimately only ends the night with 5 field goal attempts. Just, if he's 5 for 5, he needs more. You need to play through him a little bit more. Only 7 rebounds for Cat. The Knicks struggled on the glass when Mitchell Robinson was on the court. 15 rebounds for Mitch. 8 offensive rebounds for Mitchell Robinson tonight. Incredible. DeAndre, what's up, DeAndre? Love my Knicks, but they're pissing me off. Yeah. Feel those emotions, brother. You're definitely valid in feeling that way. Absolutely. I'm with you. Right? I'm with you. I love my Knicks, but they are not instilling confidence into the fan base for this playoff run. I still have faith in them. I still believe in them, of course, but if you don't, I can't really convince you otherwise because they're not giving us reasons to believe in them. But unfortunately, it kind of just is what it is in this regular season right now. Knicks dropped to 37-22, tied with the Cavs in the standings. 37-22, they're tied for that 3 seed. They will be in a battle for the 3 seed, maybe the 2 seed, but they're now 3 back in the loss column of that 2 seed. That seems long gone at this point. We will see. The Cavs have one of the easiest regular season schedules remaining, so they might jump up to that 2 seed. We will see, but it seems far more likely at this point the Knicks will end up as the 4 seed. Who knows? As far as tomorrow's schedule, before we sign off here, not schedule, let's go back to scores. Apex, what's up, Apex? I knew they were going to win. Shout out to you. Eamon Ellis, what's up, Eamon? As far as tomorrow's schedule, we have Thunder Pistons. So we will be covering Thunder Pistons. Should be a good game, even though the Thunder are missing a bunch of players. Should still be a good game. And then the late night game, I believe, is also good. Celtics Nuggets. Yeah, we're probably going to stay up and watch Celtics Nuggets. We'll try to do the doubleheader tomorrow night. Might as well. 2 really good games. We'll try it out. See what happens. And then the Knicks back on Thursday, taking on the... Oh, they're not back on Thursday. They have 2 days off? Whoa, the Knicks with 2 days off. So Thursday, what are we doing? Thursday, there's Rockets Magic, 7:30. Timberwolves Clippers. Lakers Suns. What do we got? We don't have much. We don't have much at all. Maybe Heat 76ers? Rockets Magic? I don't know if I want to do Rockets Magic. DeAndre said they gave up too fast. Come on, you're from New York. New York is known for being aggressive. Got to be aggressive. I can't get on the same wavelength of they give up too fast when they just had an 18-point comeback against the Rockets. Keenhar said, I missed the second half. Looks like glad I did. Oh, yeah, you missed the stinker, Keenhar. You missed the stinker for sure. Very, very missable half for sure. They couldn't make anything. And ultimately, they just could not keep up offensively because they couldn't make anything. Even when they generated good open looks, they missed them. One of those nights where they just didn't get enough from their guys. Karl-Anthony Towns ends the night 5 for 5. Definitely could have played through him more, got him more touches, and they didn't. They just didn't play well enough. Really no ifs, ands, or buts about it. FF2 said Hornets play the Pacers. That's an easy schedule. It is an easy schedule, but they don't make the schedule. You play who's in front of you. Got to handle business. Captain Massive said, who's Boston play? I didn't catch that. Boston plays Denver tomorrow night. Boston plays Denver tomorrow night. We will probably be covering this game. Late night game. It's always fun watching the Nuggets. Also, you got the Celtics. Usually when I do Celtics games, we don't get a ton of any audience from Boston Celtics fans. I don't know. They might not be interested in watching a Knicks fan watch the Celtics. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah. Keenar said, well, just missing shots is okay, but playing poorly is different. Ultimately they played poorly. But they had opportunities. They did enough to generate good open looks. Shamit missed everything. Anunoby missed everything. Bridges missed a lot. And ultimately, they got to a point where they were down so much. And they had their worst offensive quarter. Third quarter, they scored 11 points, Keenar. In part because Cavs' defense was solid, but the Knicks ultimately were terrible offensively. Even when they did generate open looks, which was a decent amount, they had decent open looks, they could not knock anything down. It was just overall a bad night. It doesn't change how I feel about them at all, Keenar. It just ultimately is just the kind of night where you're like, oh, that was a poor performance. Okay. Just kind of in a ton of different regards, but it doesn't, the same issues have been the same issues. Nothing changes about the way I feel about them, unfortunately, because we've seen them have performances like this, unfortunately. But tomorrow we will at least be live for Thunder Pistons tomorrow. At least we'll look into doing the Celtics Nuggets. I'll look into it, but we'll try and do the doubleheader tomorrow. Keenar said Nuggets are just a good team outside of Jokic. Are just not a good team outside of Jokic. Gotcha. I mean, counting the injuries do count. If they have Aaron Gordon healthy, they might have a shot. Yeah. I mean, Jokic is back, and they did just get smacked up by the Golden State Warriors, so you never know what kind of losses can come about. But the Nuggets always usually play a really good game against the Boston Celtics. So we'll see. Vucevic versus Jokic doesn't seem like it'll bode well for the Celtics, but we'll see how that works out. Captain said, yes, I do not care for the passive-aggressive sometimes of the Knicks. They just... Sometimes, unfortunately, when it's not their night off... This is the issue of having an offensive first team. And don't get it twisted. We all know this. This is an offensive first team. They ranked second offensively in the league right now. and they rank 10th defensively. I'm sure that'll change after tonight, maybe. But they are an offensive first team. And unfortunately for an offensive first team, you could just have bad shooting nights. And if your offense isn't good enough, then you're going to lose, no matter how good defense you play. Your offense needs to lead your defense, unfortunately for this Knicks team. Whereas, like, the Pistons, who had a horrific shooting night, not horrific, they had a terrible shooting night against the Spurs, and they were still in it. They still had an opportunity. They were trailing around 10 for majority of the game, but obviously they didn't get blown out, and that's because they could rely on their defense. Their defense leads their offense. They can generate turnovers or get stops and get out and push and run and get layups. Whereas this Knicks team really, really relies on half-court execution and shot making to generate really good offense. And they have that in spades. They have shot makers. They have guys who can generate good open looks. But on nights where Shamit can't buy a basket, even the open ones, and Alvarado can't knock down any open looks. He was bad offensively tonight as well. And OG Anunoby doesn't make anything. You find yourself down by double digits, trying to then ask Jalen Brunson to put a Superman cape on and bail you out offensively going one-on-one because he can't generate anything. Nobody can make a shot outside of him. Other than Karl-Anthony Towns, which they probably should have played through him tonight in moments where they needed it. But they did. They put the ball in his hands a couple of times, and he picked up some offensive fouls. So there's that. Soon said the Knicks didn't want to play tonight. Well, that might be an issue all unto itself, which is not good. Not good at all. So, with that being said, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me yet again, even through my ramblings towards the end there. Thank you guys. Mo, what's up, Mo? Who's the last good head coach the Knicks had? Tibbs? Mike Brown's been a good head coach. Tibbs was a good head coach. They had a round table of coaches before that that were not good. But last year Tibbs was not good last year. But before that, Tibbs, good coach. Mike Brown, good coach. But that's going to end it. We're going to end it right there. No need to harp on it. On to the next one. The next game the Knicks play, they don't play tomorrow. They don't play Thursday. So they got 2 days off. So they should have time. They also got Cavs Piston on Friday. Oh, snap. But we got Knicks Bucks. So we will not be able to watch Cavs Pistons. Unfortunate. I'd rather... Obviously, we're going to do the Knicks game. Knicks versus Bucks. But I'd rather watch Cavs Pistons than watch the Knicks play a kind of feisty Bucks team right now. Bucks playing not too bad. Mo said Mike Brown equals Derek Fisher. You got to go watch some of those Derek Fisher coach teams, brother. They were not good rosters, but Derek Fisher, there's a reason why Derek Fisher never got another opportunity in the NBA as a head coach and got an opportunity as a head coach in WNBA and is now not coaching anywhere. He's coaching high school basketball. But sure, brother, Mike Brown, who is a two-time coach of the year, is at the same level as a dude who got the boot out of the league because he was so bad. But we'll be back with Knicks coverage on Thursday. We will be covering the NBA continuously throughout the week, of course, because we don't miss basketball games. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Pistons Thunder. Should be a good one. But with that being said, shout out to all of the channel members, whether you were gifted a membership or you decided to become a member yourself. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your support, as always. Thank you to anybody who gave a super chat tonight. The Fleas did. Appreciate you, Fleas. Thank you for a very generous donation, brother. Thank you for that. And as always, guys, the store is up and available if you choose to go peruse the store. More options will be coming on the way. But like I said, there's a ton we got to get done for the channel. Outside of that, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. And with that being said, remember, brush your teeth before bed, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.